So once season 6 starts, like I think the way that they're gonna build the 80 carries,
Dude, that's when shit will get real.
It's gonna be ridiculous. I mean, like what's gonna happen is all of the Korean teams are gonna fight against the Russian teams, but
Ukraine.
But the problem is,
dude, you're not gonna beat Gambit. Nobody's gonna beat Gambit.
There's not gonna be enough platinum players ganking mid in the jungle to even realize that at this event there is not enough gold. Not enough gold being made at these things to understand who's clicking what button at what time, and when they click on the map, what happens to Riot Games. They go bankrupt. They don't understand how to last hit. They get the wrong hoagie at Subway. What happens then? The lead developer at Riot gets super fucking fat, doesn't understand who to pick in team building mode. He just fucks the whole thing up, and then when season 7 starts, you just find out that it was all a dream.
Dang, dude, I stopped listening after the hoagie. I wouldn't mind one, dude.
Please tell me we have this recorded. Please tell me we recorded that.
This was all a dream.
Yeah, season 7, dude.
I don't have a clue what you're talking about.
Bill doesn't have a clue what he's talking about.
If we recorded that, I'm gonna be happy. If we didn't, I'm gonna be pissed.
Not enough platinum not enough platinum players.
That's fine.
Mid jungle? What?
That's fine.
So how you guys doing?
I'm doing all right.
I'm confused.
So welcome to the Permadeath podcast, episode 7, buddy. We
got a good episode for you. We got a lot of complaining to do right now.
Well,
and most of this episode is going to be Bill and Yokurama arguing, so it's going to be great.
You just
Let's be real here.
Bobas pretty much though, so I guess
Bill and Yokurama arguing is going to be the highlight of your guys' episode.
I'm not
when they talk about Guacamelee.
Oh!
Oh, you forgot. You forgot.
I heard you talk shit, man. I heard you talk shit.
So,
thought I wasn't gonna listen to that podcast.
Well, before we start, we should.
All 4 of us are here, by the way. For anyone who may not know.
Oh my gosh.
I'm all here again. It's
great to be here.
Great day to be alive.
Are you feeling better, Yokurama?
Better enough to be on.
What happened, man? What happened?
I don't know, man. I was sick. I was sick a couple of weeks ago, and then shit, like I got better, and then I got sick again. That's probably because I was washing some apartments in the snow. It was like there's snow lying around. It was really cold.
Okay.
But now it's like 80 degrees outside. I don't know, man. Missouri's weather is so weird. It's like all 4 seasons within like less than a week. So it's easy to get sick here.
Games on 16 times speed. It's like playing Banished.
Yeah, man.
But so yeah, we're all here. We're all doing good.
I feel like we've got a lot to go through this episode.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
So first and foremost, Yokurama, you've been playing Guacamelee.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to finish it yet. I've played like 3 or 4 hours of it or something.
Yeah.
And that game is a piece of cake, man. I'm just kidding. It's the thing is, it was really, really easy for the first like 3 hours, and then that last like 4th hour that I played, it got really hard. So
yeah, they ease you in there pretty well, and then once they kind of give you access to everything that is in the game, like the dimension switching and
yeah, that's the main thing. Once I got the power to control the different dimensions, playing with a keyboard makes it very hard.
Did you get any of the skills yet where you can smash the blocks?
Oh yeah, I got all of them.
Okay, yes, once they give you access to all of those, like the levels get longer and harder and all that stuff. And
Oh my gosh, it's so satisfying when there's like this crazy like thing you gotta get past with all these like multiple different blocks, the yellow block, the red block, the blue block, and there's like just a pit, and you have to do all these weird moves.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Plus you have to like change dimensions as well. That game is
Yeah. Oh man. Wait till you like some of the levels have like a portal kind of thing to them, where like you'll have to jump through one thing and like
yeah.
which
I've
dimensions.
played.
Yeah. Dude, like fucking god. Oh.
Dude, it's platforming genius.
But it is really good
That's what
platforming.
it is.
As much as I think some people might have the wrong idea of what I think about Guacamelee. I don't hate
People
Guacamelee.
think you like despise that.
Yeah,
game.
I just hate what I became playing Guacamelee.
Okay.
And I was a blabbering
Makes
lunatic.
Yeah,
So,
he doesn't hate the game. He hates the player.
yeah,
He hates himself.
I hate myself. It's a very emo realization.
That's-
But no, very tight platformer, and everybody should
oh,
own it too.
it's one of the best. It's one of the best platformers, like recent platformers
Yeah.
that I've in a long time.
The end of February, everybody could have bought it for $1. So, there's no excuse.
So pretty much, remember a couple episodes ago, somebody asked what's my favorite, one of my favorite indie games. I think Guacamelee would be up there. I haven't finished it yet, but I think I'm pretty decent in. Like I wasn't really stuck at any parts. I played through 4 hours and I was stuck like max for like 3 minutes at a part. But apart from that, I pretty much kind of breezed through the rest of the stuff. I feel like it's gonna get like super hard though, so I'm not sure if I should like just buy a controller or just finish with the keyboard. Also, I'm gonna smash.
You know what? I kind of want to see you try to do it with the keyboard. Well, you know what? Keep going with the keyboard until you get permanently stuck on a port.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. The
Yeah.
thing is, I've beaten like pretty decent. Like Shank I beat with my keyboard. A couple of other platformers I beat with my keyboard. It's not like impossible. It's just very annoying. You just gotta teach yourself. You gotta get used to the buttons because like it's all like set up and you just end up clicking the wrong button. Like when I'm playing Rogue Legacy, I have one of my buttons to set up to run like forward, to like dash forward, you know. And I always end up clicking that button instead of like jumping, my jump button, and I end up clicking that button. So I just dash into the spikes and I die. It's horrible, man. And that's permadeath. That's freaking permadeath. It's not Guacamelee. At least when you fall into a pit, you're just like you fall into
Yeah.
you're back.
Yeah.
You know, if you would die and you'd have to restart the level, I would. Dude, I don't even know.
Yeah, I would. Rogue Legacy, you need a gamepad for that.
I don't think I'd be talking to you guys right now.
If you had a controller, and you're playing.
No, if that was like permadeath, if you didn't,
Oh!
if you didn't get teleported back to where you died.
Dude, if you started Guacamelee, don't even
imagine that was.
about
They should add the a mode like permadeath.
Well,
Maybe it is there.
Speaking of like new stuff to Guacamelee, they're re-releasing the game on PS4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and
I know it's on Vita.
and like Wii U, and like yeah, like what the where's the PC one at? Where's the PS3 one at? Like, how are you missing two of the platforms the game's on? I don't what happened there.
What do you mean they're re-releasing it?
They're releasing like the Ultimate Definitive Edition with a bunch of new content, and it's not coming to Steam or PS3.
No PC though.
No PC version. I have no fucking idea what happened there. Like it makes no sense. Like,
well, I guess they want the people to I guess rebuy it that don't have or just have a PS4.
Well, the thing is, I would rebuy it if they release it on Steam. Like I don't get it. Like because it's coming out on 360, which is already on 360. It's coming out on PS4. It's coming out on Xbox One. It's coming out on Wii U, and you said Vita. So, like they're re-releasing it on the 360. Why not here? Because if the content is worth it, I'll buy the damn thing. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean,
You sounded so disappointed.
It also makes no sense to me. I own the gold edition. Gold edition.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah,
that's why you gifted me.
Yeah, like why make another one?
Like super platinum edition.
Like what the fuck? Why?
Diamond.
Don't name it gold edition if it's not going to stay the gold edition forever.
Like you said, Bill, there wasn't enough platinum.
Shine bright. Like
Okay.
But Yokurama, were you just singing that song, Shine Bright?
I just realized that.
That was Kubo, dude.
Oh, okay. I just imagine
No,
you
that
got
was-
a Russian accent.
No,
yeah,
that
it's
was
crazy.
that was Kubo clicking. It
Oh.
sounded like Rihanna.
I click sound like Rihanna sometimes, guys. Sorry, I forgot to mention.
So you like the game?
Dude, I love that game. Like, I don't know how far I'm into it. Like, it's a 10-hour game, 8-hour game. Like if you go through it, like side missions and stuff.
Yeah, I got about 12. I mean, but the thing is, like, an hour of that might have been me having the game pause and eating dinner. Like, I had a pause at one point. Like, I'd say about 10.
So I'm about halfway. I think I'm doing pretty all right. I'd say I'm about halfway, and just judging off, the halfway point, a little bit right after you unlock all the abilities and get that ability to switch through dimensions. I'd recommend the hell out of this game. I don't know.
Did you get the ability to turn into a chicken yet?
Yes.
Okay.
That's fucking. I love like pecking people to death, dude. So I didn't know at first that you could actually kill enemies as a chicken.
Hell yeah, you can kill enemies as a chicken.
Plus, you can jump so freaking far as a chicken, man. Damn, I totally forgot you could turn into a chicken, dude. But that game definitely recommended. Like $15. Like even if it's like of course you can like wait for a sale.
I'll wait until a Steam sale.
You can wait for a
again.
sale. But even if you don't wait for a sale, I think it's worth the $15 for that golden edition. Yeah. It's a full on and polished platformer.
Speaking of sale, spring sale's coming up.
No!
So
no!
I guarantee you'll be able to get Guacamelee and probably any of the other indie games I bring up today on sale on Steam for less.
That's what I'm waiting for. I'm probably gonna wait for I was gonna buy dinner-serve or how the fuck it's called.
Cook Serve Delicious.
Cook Serve Delicious.
Dinner-dash.
Fuck face.
Same.
I've been cleaning that game for 2 weeks now. I'm so proud of myself.
Oh my gosh!
Dinner-dash-serve. That's so close. It could be like a secret.
Dinner-dash-serve
knockoff.
Yeah, Dinner-dash-serve sounds like a Facebook game. Like
Cook Serve Delicious. Okay. Yeah, I know. But I was gonna buy that actually like on Saturday and Sunday, but I'm like, freaking spring sale's coming.
I bet you.
Spring sale's coming.
I got it for $5. I got it for $5, so you can wait probably.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be like $2.50 or something. So yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Plus, I'm probably gonna end up buying all the other indie games that you're gonna recommend, and I want to buy Rust. Is that game called Rust?
Yes, get Rust and play with me.
Yes, I have a bunch of friends forcing me to get that, and I don't want to pay $20.
I'll join you guys because once again, I'm kind of on my own with Rust for a little bit now. Well, the thing is I think I said in the last episode that you kind of need friends to play it, but it's a lot less friend dependent than I believe DayZ is, though. So it's just a cool game. I would like you to get it.
Oh yeah, Rust. That looks like my type of game, dude. If I enjoy Minecraft, I think I'll like that.
Oh yes.
just saying.
Yeah, you will. But yeah, so cool.
Yeah.
What has everyone else been playing?
Banished.
You got Banished.
I got Banished because it was on the Humble store. My friend was like, "Do you want Banished?" And they gave me a link, and then I had Banished. So
you have games like raining down on you.
I mean, I don't wanna like get in trouble. But I deleted it. I deleted this after I tried it. I downloaded a torrent of Banished to try the game out.
Oh, you son
I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it when it goes on sale. But I do like it. But I didn't play it too long. So what do you think of it? Do you like it?
I haven't got like loads to say about it, to be honest. I played it for about 3 hours so far. It's difficult.
Yeah.
It's so hard because I was playing it with my friend Diadwarf yesterday. We were playing it on a stream and he was basically teaching me how to play the game. And we both started with the same seed, same stuff, and he's like saying, okay, you need to build a boarding house, you need to build a storage barn, and all this sort of stuff. All of my people died in the first winter because they couldn't be bothered to build a boarding house for some reason. There's a problem with the builders in the game where I think someone said that they build from, was it west to east? So if you place down a building in the east, but you place something down in the west later, they'll build that first. And it's annoying. That is one of my biggest problems with the game, is just that you can't tell the builders to go and do a specific thing.
Yeah.
They'll just do their own thing or start mining rocks. Depends what they feel like doing, I suppose.
Hey, you need rocks.
Yeah, you do. It's good game. It's like all the bits of Age of Empire that I like to do, like build towns and stuff, because I was never really into the war thing with Age of Empires. It's like building towns and add a survival mechanic in there that's really clever. Like you need firewood to keep your people warm, and you need food to feed them, and it's annoying, but it works, I suppose. It's a good game.
I've heard tons of good things about it. I've been watching a few people on YouTube play it, and I discovered a new YouTuber to watch. I don't mean to really say his name because he's popular enough. I'm not giving this guy any goddamn airplay. But it's really fun to watch different people play Banished different ways and discover their way is wrong. It's a really neat little game that I'm kind of waiting for the mod tools to come out to like really kind of. But it's kind of unfair, I guess, to the developer. It's one guy who made it. To wait to buy it.
That's pretty impressive for one guy.
But I love the prospect of that game being gutted and modded so much that I'm definitely gonna buy it. But
yeah, it's definitely worth it. I mentioned my friend Diadorf. Apparently, he's thinking about doing like a tutorial series on it because like the stuff that he taught me, I never would have thought of. So if he ever does that, I'm gonna have to plug it because it was really fucking helpful. Because it's one of those things where it's like trial and error, but if you try something and it doesn't work, everyone dies.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you definitely need a solid block of time to play that. That's not a little.
Yeah, I would say
play,
the game does have a tutorial. It's just I rarely find that tutorials are good in video games. Like that is just not very fun, I suppose.
Yeah, the thing is, when it comes to games like this, I hate investing time into a game like this unless I know that I'm gonna play it for a long time. Because you can you can play it for, let's say, like 5 hours, but then when you take a couple month break, you come back and you have no idea what the fuck to do. That's like the worst of these kind of games. I hate forgetting like what to do because there's so many options, so much stuff. Like even with Guacamelee, like I feel like I haven't played Guacamelee in about like close to a week. I mean, if I come back to it, I'm already gonna have to like relearn the buttons, and that's not that difficult compared to something like building a freaking like town and managing people, or else they're gonna freaking die from like a little mistake. I don't know. It feels like I feel like I'm not responsible enough to.
It's definitely like interesting in the fact that you have to figure out how to make your town grow at the right rate, because if it grows too fast, everyone's going to starve.
Yeah.
So, but you want it to grow because you'll have more builders and more people, and you can do more stuff. It's really like interesting to try and find that balance, but it's so hard. I do recommend the game, especially if you like the sort of like a town building survival game, and it's really good. So I definitely recommend it, but I don't have anything else to say on it, I don't think.
Cool. I'm glad one of us here has played it.
How much is that game?
$20, buddy.
$20.
It's on the Humble store at the minute. I don't know how much it is on there though. I think it is. I'll check.
Google, you're very low. Where'd you go?
I'm very low?
Yeah, now you're good.
Okay. That was weird.
Well, you're still kind of a little bit low.
Yeah, sort of low.
I don't know. My mic's been having issues lately. I don't know what it is.
Oh, now you're good.
Yeah, see?
I think Kubo's making an excuse as he slowly moved his mic closer to his face.
I actually didn't move it at all.
My mic's been breaking. Let me just move this closer to my face.
You would notice if me moving my mic because it sounds like super loud.
Do it.
There's like just all this like, see? That's me moving it. It's like this weird feedback noise that happens, and everyone's like, "Stop!" And I'm like, "Sorry."
I don't know how long it's going to be on there for, but Banished is on the Humble Bundle store at the minute, as is Starbound.
Yeah, I have Starbound.
I might get that. Don't know.
If you get Starbound, I'll play it with anybody who gets it.
Oh man.
I have Starbound for a while, but I haven't played it yet.
You haven't?
Yeah, I haven't played it yet though.
I had a segue then. I had a segue.
Here you go.
Speaking of games that we played together. Yeah.
Elder Scrolls beta test weekend. What number weekend was this? I'm gonna say 7, even though it's probably not beta weekend 7. 7 is just a good number.
Yeah.
Yokurama wasn't there. Which was sad.
Yokurama, it was good having you on the show.
I know. I'll see you guys later.
All right, later,
Just come
man.
back in about 20 minutes. We'll be done.
That's right. I'll just
Go make a pizza. Just go make a pizza.
Yes, we all this past beta test for was last weekend, not this past weekend, but the weekend before. The Elder Scrolls Online had another beta weekend, and this time the embargo was lifted, so everybody was free to stream it and post videos and talk about it with their mothers as much as they'd like without getting arrested by Todd Howard's distant relatives. And we did that. We streamed it. Kubo to lend his Twitch channel, and like 3 people watched us play and watched us stare in bewilderment at some of the things in the game.
And get stuck in glitches, and we almost had to quit. And
watch people do push-ups, and
then randomly just all of a sudden get bored.
Part. That was my favorite part of the entire thing.
Well,
we got to a quest where it was bugged and everyone was just on the floor doing push-ups, just waiting for something to happen.
It happened.
Here's the thing.
That was my favorite part.
The quest objective was to go into this cave and wait for the refugees, and then when the quest worked, the refugees would run by you in hordes. But when we got in that cave, I didn't know that players could do push-ups, and there was like 15 guys lined up in a line, all synchronized doing push-ups. I thought they were the refugees. When we walked in the cave, and I'm like, okay, we gotta
so did I.
Wait for these refugees to finish doing their push-ups. They're like, what the fuck? And then, like, you know, I can see in the chat room like it's bugged, and then a guy stood up, and then, okay, these are people doing push-ups. And
that was great because I was just dancing with people, and people were coming up to me, and I started dancing with me. It was wicked.
That was a good moment. I played it an extra day than you two. I played it that following Sunday.
I immediately uninstalled it right when we were done playing stream.
I had
Wait, was it that bad?
Damn. I didn't enjoy it personally.
I had a better time with it on Sunday. I know I was telling Kubo in chat the other day that my Sunday experience. I made an orc this time, and one of my other buddies got the beta, and he's like, "Oh, I want to check it out. Okay, I'll play with you." And once you level up a little bit more and get closer to the teens, and your skills really open up, and you get involved in the factions and stuff, and you're doing things for them, and like getting closer to the dungeon quests and everything. It doesn't suck. And I'll probably get it just to play with him at first.
I see you don't want to play with us.
Well, no, you guys aren't gonna get it.
Yeah,
well,
I was actually thinking about it, but then I realized all the people that I would want to play this game with pretty much are in America, and I'm going to be on the European server, so there's no point.
Oh, yeah.
And it's super expensive for you anyway, right?
Well, yeah, it's like $100 over here.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, maybe it'll be worth it, because it's a big game, it's an expansive universe, it's got tons of lore, whatever, I might get something out of it. But then I realized that the beta test was one giant server in America that everyone was on, because there was no European server that weekend, so everyone from Europe had to join the American server, and I didn't really notice that much lag or anything like that. It was pretty smooth in terms of, you know, being able to play the game right and whatever. But that's not going to be like that for the official release, and I'm not going to be able to play with like you. So
I wonder. There are ways. I mean, I know for a while you have to have a US Battle.net account to play on US servers. Like, I wonder if there's a way to do it. But then again, I mean, Battle.net is a whole service, and whatever the fuck they're going to use Elder Scrolls Online, I don't think that'll probably just filter you by region, probably.
Yeah, I think if there was a way to get around it, I would learn about it eventually, but I'm not going to spend $100 on a game on the off chance that I can.
Here we go, take a leap of faith and hope that I'll play,
Because I found it was like quite fun playing with you two.
Well, that's one of the things that makes MMOs so much better. I mean, like, even the crappiest one, like, if you're playing with friends, like the push-up thing, like, that's fun. Like, that's good fun you could only kind of have in a game like that. And that's kind of a bummer. I've totally forgot about that. I mean, I knew that like it was all one big giant server, but I forgot it was by region in the final release, which is kind of stinky.
Well, I'm assuming it's going to be by region.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I could have played with you in any of the previous beta tests, but this one was just one server for some reason. I guess they were just stress testing that one big server. So, I don't know, but I didn't hate it as much as I was making out to hate it. I don't think, like, the more I look back on it, the more I'm like, oh, it wasn't that bad. But as soon as, like, something happened that was unrelated to it, I was like, okay, I'm bored, I'm done now. So
yeah, it was kind of easy to get distracted too. Like I was playing with my buddy that Sunday, and we were playing, and like there were times where I'd be like, okay, I mean, I had this quest to do, and I don't fucking feel like it. But I made an orc, and I made like a summoner caster type class, and which was really fun. The only thing so far in the game it still just feels kind of sad is archery, which I mean. I will say, as far as I didn't really notice off I don't know, like off the bat. But apparently they tuned the combat a little bit in this past beta test. They took feedback from like the previous ones and like added more feedback to hits.
I still haven't really done anything to archery from what I experienced, though.
Yeah, and even then I haven't really even. I haven't tried archery even then since the first time I did it because it's just poop. But I think my friend might have made one when I was at work and he was waiting for me to come on. And he said it's still not that good. But I mean either way, I mean it's the combat's never going to be as heavy as Skyrim's. I have to kind of accept that and just kind of move on. Like I'll just turn on Skyrim. But
I don't like the way that it was sort of. I don't know if it was marketed as or whatever, but it seemed like before any of the beta tests happened or whatever, it's going to be like Skyrim, but with people. Like it's going to be an MMO of Skyrim with all those mechanics, and it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think they marketed it the wrong way, and I think because it's an MMO set in Elder Scrolls with first person, but it still plays like an MMO, just with slight Elder Scrolls combat, and I think because like IGN, I remember when IGN got to play it at like I don't know if it was like a GDC or an E3 like a year ago when they first like added in the first person, like they announced first person mode and they did all this stuff and IGN played it and that stupid fucking buffoon Greg Miller, whatever the fuck his name is, was on there in the video. Guys, it's fucking Skyrim with friends, and it's not that fucking buffoon. Like it's not that at all. Like Skyrim with friends just running through and you're just fucking smashing shit and you're killing people. Like Elder Scrolls still plays like an MMO. Like when I was playing the second day, and like I don't, none of us had these complaints when we were playing. Like some of the complaints people have are just so stupid. Like some of them are hating on it just to hate on it. Like the thing is none of us went into this game wanting to hate anything about it. Like we all love Elder Scrolls and we all like MMOs. So like some people just have a vendetta against it, like just for the fact that they want to have a vendetta against it because they like it when they're involved in a lynch mob on fucking Reddit. But some of the complaints are just so outlandish. Like there was a complaint.
It's Reddit. First of all, let's take that into account.
There's a complaint in game, and the chat goes, "Why the fuck can I steal his horse? Why the fuck can I kill this guy and steal his horse?" Well, I don't know because it's an MMO and there needs to be some kind of balance.
Oh, are you talking about like why can't I kill this NPC? And it's because they're like quest essential NPCs.
Yeah, like somebody was playing that you couldn't kill any NPCs like in the towns. And like the problem with that in an MMO, and like I agree it'd be cool to have a crazy open chaotic world like that, open 1,000 people, but the problem is, like, and it happens in DayZ and it happens in Rust, when you open a world like that to thousands, hundreds of people at a time, you unleash the inner fucking sadist in every person in the world. They will run around and just fuck everyone's day up, no matter what.
Pretty much.
Somebody will. If they did that in Elder Scrolls Online, somebody would pay $60 for the free month just to go in there and just kill all the NPCs all day so nobody could do anything in the game. People get mad when people, on a PvP server in World of Warcraft, where it's openly encouraged to do this, people still get mad when somebody camps quest NPCs so that you can't hand your quests in. Can you imagine if it was open like Skyrim and I could walk in and slit the throat of the quest NPCs and the NPCs who sell stuff to you in the towns, you would have tons of people going, "What the fuck?" It would be mayhem, and it might be glorious to watch explode, but like there's really good reasons why those things aren't in the game. Like there's a reason that, like it's an MMO, like certain things like that, like and like if you can, if you could steal a horse, it would still kill the balance because then I don't know. Why does that guy get to steal that horse? Then there's only one horse available to steal. Like, there's not 50,000 horses running around where everybody can steal it. People would get mad. Like, that guy's hoarding the horse he killed. I don't know. It would just be a fucking mess.
It'd be like selling horses. Horse stealing.
It's pretty much like, what do you call it? Like, do you guys know who Prepared WoW is in World of Warcraft?
No.
He's a guy that multi-boxes 80 accounts. Like,
is the guy a robot?
I don't know. He's like he's like a stockbroker or something. So he pays for like 80 individual WoW accounts, and he's on Darkspear. And all he does is he tries to gank like YouTube like WoW people, like Swifty and stuff like that, with like 80 accounts. But he'll just stand in like the middle of Stormwind and just be like spamming 3 buttons and like killing all the people and like killing all the NPCs. And it's just like, how is this fun? You're just being like a douche, you know?
And people do it on there where it's still kind of restricted.
Right.
If it was as open as Elder Scrolls, like if Elder Scrolls Online was open like that, it would be nuts. Right now, people are complaining.
It's too much power. People cannot handle.
Well, that's the thing.
Power.
Like you play Rust, and you can do anything in Rust. You can kill anyone. You can destroy anything. You can steal anybody's stuff. And what do you get in Rust? You come across a guy in the woods. You say, "Hey, man!" He shoots you in the face and takes your stuff. If you walk into someone's house, they just work 3 hours to build. Guy comes in there and blows it up, steals all your stuff. DayZ. Oh, hey, how's it going, man? I'm new to this game. Oh, you are? Boom, boom, boom. Kills you, takes all your stuff. Any game that allows that amount of freedom, it just creates madness.
I mean, like, even me, I think I would troll. I would troll people.
Well,
it's just I wouldn't be able to handle it.
Yes.
I'll be like,
See?
I'll playfully, like, normally, but then I'm just gonna troll the hell out of people. I'm gonna start like blowing. It's like TNT. Whenever I went into like servers, like Minecraft servers, like open servers, like some of them wouldn't like block out some stuff, so you can just summon in whatever the hell you want. So I get a bunch of TNT, blow everything up, and then leave. You know, just.
That's
bye.
Like, even in the nice people like us, like you can't
handle it
when you're given that.
Yeah.
Like in Rust, like I don't want to be killed by a guy in Rust who has tons of stuff. Like when somebody comes up to me and just shoots me inside, I get mad. But the thing is I do it too. Like when you see a guy, you kill him because you could do it.
Follow him and you want to like take him out.
You can do that. Like it's
steal his rock.
And like if somebody wants a game like that, like there's games like that for them. But I just don't. I mean, I can understand when somebody buys Elder Scrolls Online, they're looking for an Elder Scrolls game through and through.
Which is, I think that's exactly what people are looking for, and this isn't it particularly. I reckon that's where the complaints are coming from.
Yeah, it is a MMO first, an Elder Scrolls game second, and
I will say, though, I didn't get to do some of the things that I would have liked to do because when you get beta weekends, they always happen on weekends when I've got something going on, so I can only play on it for like a day or an evening or whatever. But I would have liked to play enough so that I could have tried out the PvP if that was even in the beta. I would have really liked.
Yeah.
Is it?
I didn't get to do it. I didn't get to do. That's the thing. The beta it sucks. Cause 3 days I couldn't play. We played like Saturday, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I played like 3 hours or something like that.
I couldn't play Friday night. I had work, and then I had work most of the day Sunday, and I played a little bit more Sunday night before it ended with my friend. And then it's like I had no time, but I wanted to do the first dungeon. I got like a level before the first dungeon. Like you got a quest to do it, and damn it, I wanted to see what that's like in the game. Like what is the?
Are those like the equivalent of World of Warcraft instances?
Yeah, like the 5-man dungeons. Yeah,
because that was the other thing that I would have liked to try.
I really wanted to see what that was like, and I wanted to see if they were as dungeony as like Skyrim's dungeons, or if they were here's a bunch of trash mobs, pull the pack of 3, have somebody stun that one while the tanks. I wanted to see if it was like that, or if it was like here's a dungeon, go into it and kill stuff and loot stuff and like Skyrim. Not that now I'm sounding like somebody who's expecting Skyrim. I just mean like how are the dungeons in this game is what I wanted to know. I could probably look up a YouTube video and just see. Either way,
Yeah.
I won't be disappointed in the dungeoning if it's like WoW's dungeons because I mean I don't hate WoW's dungeon system. But I didn't get to try that out. But the crafting's really fun. The faction stuff's cool. The faction stuff just kind of makes me just like giddy for some reason. I don't know why. It's not that much different formula-wise from like doing the other quests in the game. Like, well, even in Skyrim, it's not. You're still doing quests, but just the fact that you can join a faction and like increase your and it's
The thing about factions is that I know a lot of people are like, when it comes to Skyrim, they're attached to a certain race. Like I'm super attached to wood elves because I always play an archer, and they have like good archery, which doesn't really matter in this game particularly.
Yeah. Oh, I should have said guilds, by the way. I should have said guilds, not factions. But keep going with the factions because that's another topic.
The thing with the factions is basically, I know if I bought this game and my friends were playing this game, we wouldn't be in the same faction because we're attached to a certain race. So I would play as Wood Elf, so I'd be in the Old Mirror Dominion, I think. No.
What else are in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
We'll go with that. No.
Sounds good. I don't actually.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
They're in one of them. There we go.
But we played in. Was it the Ebonheart pack?
Yeah, we're the Ebonheart people.
Yeah.
And that was cool because you get to see like an island off the coast of Skyrim, and you get to go to like an island that's Morrowind themed. I don't know where it is in terms of.
It's off the coast.
Geography.
Of Morrowind.
Bill freaked out for like 3 minutes. It was hilarious.
Dude, I was in Morrowind.
He freaked out like once really vocally, and then was just quite quiet
and then,
for a little bit.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh my god, Morrowind!" That was pretty much it.
Yeah.
But I just know that I'm not gonna get like the playing with friends experience because of it. With World of Warcraft, it was different because I want to play. I think it's a Blood Elf that's in the Horde. And I was like, I want to play as that. And my friends were like, oh, cool, we all play Horde, so do you want to join like our guild and stuff? And I was like, yeah, wicked, all right. So it was just really easy for that, because I just like the design of the character. But with having an already established attachment to a certain race, I think it's just going to make things a bit more difficult. Is this making sense?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works totally in the game. If like, is it that other factions can't group with each other at all, or they just start in? It's like
I think it's like Alliance and Horde. Like you can't communicate with each other unless you're in PvP areas. In any way, is what I understand of it anyway.
Huh. Interesting.
Pretty much.
That's kind of
pretty much sucks.
That's kind of stinky.
That's a letdown for sure.
Unless you get the special edition Imperial pack where you can play as an Imperial in any of the factions.
I wonder if it's just.
Seriously?
I wonder if it just get you if you just get exclusive quests.
I don't know if it stops you from going to those places though. Like if you play as a. Oh god, let me think. If you play as a Wood Elf, you can't go to Morrowind or Skyrim or whatever. I don't know if it works like that. I would assume so, but I don't know.
Well, apparently, I can't find anything on Google at all about whether or not 3 alliances can play with each other, but all I gather from this is that all 3 of them are at war, so I assume not. So
I think that's the big storyline. That and the... Oh, shit. What's his name? What's the Daedric's name? Daedric Lord's name?
Beats me. I don't know.
Is it Molag Bal?
Yeah, Molag Bal. There's the whole storyline with that, and then there's a war storyline. So
interesting. Well,
but I don't care for the storyline in that game because when I'm playing with people, I don't really want to be reading through reams and reams of text when I'm getting a quest. So,
and that's the thing too. Is like I was playing by myself for a little bit before my friend got on, and like some of those quests aren't bad either. Like they're not typical like kill 5 boars, get their giblets quests. They're pretty decent Elder Scrolls quests. And Steve Bloom does a voice in one of them. He plays a bandit guy, and I was kind of happy. But it sucks because when you're playing with friends on a microphone, I mean, everyone's kind of got to shut up for a second, and it's kind of hard to get everyone to simmer down sometimes, and you just want to play and have fun. But
Yeah. Oh, can I just say I learned something this week?
yeah.
And it's sort of related, but I didn't know until this week that the guy who voices Mario and Luigi also voices Path of Exile.
Holy shit.
Yeah, right?
Well, that's a total departure from
I know, right?
from the Mario Luigi voice.
Sorry, I just remembered that and I had to share.
That's really cool. But
Go
yeah,
on.
the Elder Scrolls Online. We all played it. I'm still gonna get it probably.
It was a
I'm
meh.
gonna wait. I'm gonna see if it goes down in price and if I can join the North American servers, which I don't think I'll be able to.
I had a decent experience Sunday. I even had a decent experience with you guys too. I don't have a bad. I mean,
Well, I thought it was quite fun, you know, when we were doing when we got glitched in that quest and we were just
It's
doing
great.
push-ups for like 10
Yeah.
minutes, and when we found that guy with a horse, and you were trying to role play with everyone. I thought that was really fun. But I don't know. I think I got more out of that experience with you guys than I had before because you played MMOs before, like a lot of MMOs.
Really?
Whereas the
Yeah.
friends that I played with before really hadn't that much, as far as I know anyway, but it was definitely a different experience and I had a lot of fun. But I don't know if that was because of the game or because I was just playing a game with people that I got on with.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, time will tell. When the full finished client is out, and
I'll be interested to see what people think about it.
I mean, yeah, it's gonna be interesting because like half the people complaining on Reddit are probably gonna buy it anyway. Just so they can complain more on Reddit.
For sure.
Pretty much.
That's the thing. Like, yeah, always people go, "Oh, I'm not." Like, people are, I'm not gonna fuck this. Boycott Bethesda for life. Fuck them. And then you know for a fact they have no other source of information to complain about the game from post-launch, so they're gonna have to go and buy the game so they can post more. So that's what you're gonna see mostly in the feedback sections is the people complaining about the stuff that was still in beta. And much not, I don't mean I'm not coming from the perspective where the game's perfect and no one should complain about it. It's just that the feedback's going to be interesting to read after the game comes out because the majority of the people are probably going to be people who weren't going to buy it anyway because they hate it and they're gonna buy it regardless. Just like when there was the boycott Modern Warfare 2 thing on Steam when they announced there weren't going to be dedicated servers for the game,
That
and
lasted
then
a long time.
95, and there's a screenshot like of everybody online in Steam in the group boycott Modern Warfare 2. They were all playing Modern Warfare 2. So, yeah.
I think people need to go into this though, not with the expectation that it's going to be Skyrim, because
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people have just misled by that.
That softened the blow for me that like when I sat down to play it more on that Sunday, like you're sitting down just kind of like taking it in and like, okay, this is an MMO set in the Elder Scrolls universe. They maintain some of the Elder Scrolls features, not all of them, because it's kind of you can't do that in an MMO universe. I mean, as cool as it would be to have that kind of freedom, it would create just a fucking crazy experience. Certain things need a lot of polish, but it has potential. Especially with post game support. I mean, I doubt they're going to abandon this game after launch. Tons of patches.
No, I think there's going to be patches. And
yeah, tons of stuff will come out and polish the game more. I mean, just look at Diablo 3 right now. The people like Diablo 3 took a total 180 in the eyes of fans. I mean, it's been 2 years, but I mean, like, just look what dedicated post launch support can do for a game.
I will be interested to see if it has a pay to play model for as long as, I don't know, if it goes a year without going free to play.
Yeah,
I'll be quite surprised.
Everyone's expectation is that it's going to go free. And I mean, it's not unreasonable to expect that anymore with new MMOs because of which ones have stayed pay to play since they've come out. Like none of them. I mean, Final Fantasy 14 will never go free to play. I'll bet both my feet on that. That brand is too strong for that game to fail.
And they don't care, to be honest.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like,
Well,
okay.
that game single-handedly like saved Square Enix over this last year financially. Like that game is huge in Japan. It's huge here. Like that's not going anywhere. Final Fantasy's got a dedicated fan base. Star Wars went free to play in a year, which is odd, considering the brand of it's Star Wars. But
right.
I don't know if that's because there's not a massive crossover when it comes to people who watch movies and people who play games, though.
Yeah. I mean,
whereas the Elder Scrolls is different because it's always been a game brand.
It's all game, yeah.
Popular, so
it's it'd be interesting to see. I mean, because only because now they are marrying the console market with MMOs, and like if there's a large, and there is a large Elder Scrolls fan base on consoles, like they're gonna buy and play this MMO, and if they like it on their console, they're gonna keep playing it. And I think if there's I think the market will be big enough on console to probably keep it safe and pay to play it for longer than I think most people expect. But I mean,
that's true. But I don't know how how does it work on console? Is it you have to have like Xbox Gold or whatever?
For PS4, you don't need PS Plus to play it. For Xbox One,
I imagine you have to have Gold because you always have to have Gold to play online games.
I want to say that they announced that you wouldn't need it. Do I need Xbox Live Gold for Elder Scrolls?
I thought you didn't. I thought you only needed silver, but you still need to pay like the 15 or whatever subscription fee.
Well, here we go. It will require Xbox Live Gold.
Oh wow.
Because
That's
Microsoft
surprising.
sucks dick. That's why. No offense to any Microsoft fans. I don't hate Xbox. I'm just saying. I mean, that's just been
no offense.
That's just been their shit way of doing things forever. Oh, you want to use Netflix that you can use for free on every other fucking console? Pay us money to use our shit service. I don't care. Anyone says Xbox Live is not that good to pay for.
No, it isn't.
Whatever.
I canceled mine a long time ago.
But like I for years, like before. And like I always thought the hating on the ads and stuff was kind of ludicrous. I mean, like, oh, there's a little ad for like fucking a game on your dashboard, or whatever. But I mean, like for years, the argument was always, oh, you're paying $5 a month, but look what you get. Look what you get. Well, now look what you don't get. Look what PlayStation gets for $5 a month. They get fucking Tomb Raider and fucking BioShock and Uncharted and all this shit for free.
But PlayStation 4 now has the PlayStation Plus, so
you do get free games on Xbox Live, but this month they gave out. No, last month they gave out first Dead Island and like Toy Soldiers, and this month.
To be fair, that game they announced this whole thing at E3, and they were like, "Oh, you're gonna get free games," and it was Assassin's Creed 2, Fable 2, I think it was Fable 2 or 3, and
I think it was 3.
Halo 3.
Yeah.
So it was all these like 5-year-old games that pretty much everyone who wants to play them has played them. So it's like, well, thanks for the gesture, I suppose.
The only the one that was notable, I had my dad download it was Sleeping Dogs. I had him get that on Xbox because I have it on PS3, but my sister kind of takes that console up to like she had made it her own, so nobody's really able to touch it. So I'm like, Dad, you like Sleeping Dogs? That's free on Xbox Live. Oh, cool! I'll have to keep my eyes open for more games on here. And I'm like, yeah. And then they released like the Lara Croft Tomb Raider Heroes of Light top-down game. They released Toy Soldiers, the first Dead Island. Like, why not the new Dead? Even what the fuck? And then Civilization Revolution, which is the console version of Civ, and like I mean, which isn't a bad game, but like they have a lot of catching up to do. If like PS Plus has such a good reputation because they release like 5 games a month on multiple Sony platforms that are usually always good. Like right now, like you can get the new Tomb Raider for free, which is a very good game from what I understand. BioShock Infinite was free. Uncharted 3 was free. XCOM was free. Battlefield was free. It's insane. And
I need to get me a PlayStation 3.
And what's cool about PS Plus, I mean, I don't know if I'm sure you could do this with Xbox Live Gold as well if you log into your account on the internet. Like you can download these games and have them even if you don't have the system, so that they're on your account. Because like the way it works is like once the game is taken off, like once the month is over and like you can no longer get the game for free, you have it as long as you're subscribed to PS Plus. Like if you unsubscribe, the game goes away. But even then, I mean, if you're getting this constant stream of awesome games for $5 a month, like it's kind of hard
That's
to say.
so worth
It's
it.
kind of hard to say I'm going to unsubscribe from this. So like it's really cool because like Sony. I don't own a PS4 yet. Like, I'm not going to fanboy over Sony because they're not perfect either. But like they made it so that you have to have PlayStation Plus to play. There are like the online games on PS4 now. Well, most of them like MMOs. Not don't count, and you don't need it to watch Netflix and stuff still. But like they make sure that okay, you're paying $5 a month. PS Plus is going to be worth it for you.
Wasn't there a thing at E3 where they didn't really outwardly say
Yeah,
that we're gonna charge you to play online games now?
they had
And people got super mad about it,
Yeah.
and I don't know why, because Xbox have been doing that for years now.
I guess people really wanted the full Monty when it came to because the announcement came in the form of like fine print on the bottom of a trailer making fun of Xbox's game sharing, like used game
Yeah.
policy. Like where they were like, "Hey, do you want to see how you share games on PS4?" And then like it just showed like the guy hand the game to him, like hey, you can still borrow your friends' games. And on the bottom of the screen, of fine print said, "You will require a PlayStation Plus subscription to play online." And like everyone caught that, and they were like, "What the fuck?" And I think after seeing that video, without noticing the fine print, and like they were just like people were so pumped up to just shove their ass in Microsoft's face, saying, "Look at you, look at me! I can send my used games to friends and play online for free." But then like they kind of got the bombshell right there in the fine print that one of the big arguments for Sony, oh, free online is now gone at the same time that they announced the used game thing. So I guess people are probably just so pissed off that their console war argument took a little bit of a hit. But
I don't think it matters that much though, because PlayStation Plus seems pretty stellar.
They make it worth it.
Way better than Xbox.
PlayStation Plus is freaking awesome.
Make it worth it.
Should we move on, by the way?
But yeah. So you need Xbox Live Gold, pay Elder Scrolls Online. Total bullshit. So you're paying $5 a month for that, and $15 a month for Elder Scrolls Online. So you might as well not even get it for Xbox One. Just get it on PS4 or PC. Moving on.
Best segue ever.
I can't wait to get Rust. Like what you guys were talking about, Elder Scroll Online. I don't care about that game anymore. I just lost complete interest. I played
You were
the beta.
in a beta test before, weren't you?
I did. I played it. I played it back like earlier beta tests. I played a couple of times, and I lost interest after all this bullshit. I was just like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'll just go play some Skyrim. If I want to play.
Yeah, exactly. Like after I played the beta, I was like, man, I feel like playing on Skyrim.
Damn, there's a better game. There's a better game out there.
That's not the argument though. I mean, like if you like MMOs, if you want to play an MMO and Elder Scrolls,
yeah, but there's better MMOs out there as well.
But that could be debatable because I like a lot of the things in Elder Scrolls Online. It's just that they need a little bit of polish.
Maybe one day it's gonna get polished. Maybe one day I'm gonna hear all my friends saying like, "Oh my God, Elder Scrolls Online is so cool."
I really
play. I'll be like, "All right, I'll get it."
The skill system is really good. The faction system is really good. The crafting is really good. And the quests are really good when you're able to actually read them. With those,
sweet.
Well, I mean, if you're not playing with friends, I mean, the game doesn't make it not possible for you to read them. It's just that, like, when you're playing with a bunch of buddies, like, it's kind of hard to focus on the lore. And I mean, in regards to like a comparison to other MMOs, like, not a lot of them are doing anything different. And I mean, Elder Scrolls tries in certain areas to do things different. I mean,
maybe they might be like the new revolution, man. It's gonna be like the new big thing. It's gonna take out World of Warcraft and
let's not go that far.
Be like Elder Scrolls. It's like Skyrim.
But I think it's just like if you want to play an Elder Scrolls game, there's no reason to get it. Just keep playing Skyrim. But
wait for Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah. Wait for that. Wait another.
I don't know. I'm just gonna kind of like put it on hold and see if possible. Like maybe it's gonna get polished one day, and I'm just gonna get it. Depends who's playing it, because I'm not gonna play that by myself.
Yeah, I'll have my in progress reviews as I get it on the show.
Sounds good, man.
Everyone can look forward to that. But
like I said, right now I've been looking at Rust and all this stuff. Like ever since like you mentioning it, I think you mentioned to me like on chat. On SteamWall you were playing at one point, and also listened to the last podcast. Rust is like so my type of game. Like, I can't wait to get. Why it should be on sale now, please.
Look it up for spring sale. Dude, I was playing Rust the other day, and my friend and I were separated. Like when you spawn on the server, like you're separated. Like you don't spawn with your friend.
That is
So you have, and there's no map, so you kind of have to like, okay, where are you? What is by you? You have to kind of find your way. And I ran into this naked guy was cutting down a tree with a hatchet. And like, when you first start out, you don't have access to those kind of tools, and they really, really help when it comes to resource gathering, because not only do you get the resources faster, but you get more of them, so you're able to build and start getting up off the ground a little quicker. And I see him with a hatchet, so I go up to him, and I start trying to kill him with a rock. So he runs away. I'm chasing him, and this other naked guy standing there. And this other guy, he had to be speed hacking. He ran away so fast. And then so I'm yelling on the microphone, like I'm going, stop it! And this other naked guy's going, whoa man, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm just trying to be his friend. He freaking ran away from me. And he goes, oh man, are you serious? I just got this game. I'm new. And so I went around with this guy.
Nice.
Like I've never met this guy before, obviously, and I'm running around with him, and we're doing. Like I wasn't gonna kill this guy. Like I don't mean to just kill people, but like when I see a guy with a tool that's like good, I'm gonna try to kill that man because I need to fucking survive. My guy's hungry. I'm getting chased down by guys with guns. I need tools. So that guy got away. So I'm running through and we see this guy's hut, and we're trying to break down his door. Like when you make a house in Rust, you can have a wooden or a metal door. It takes C4 to blow off metal doors, but you can break down a wooden door with tools or rocks. It just takes a very long time with rocks to break it down. And we're standing there, we're trying to break this door down with rocks, and it's not working. And the guy goes, "Okay, man, I give up." Like, okay. So I guess to a point where I know where my real life friend is now, and I don't want to be with this fucking guy anymore. Like this guy told me he doesn't want to be alone, and I'm like, I kind of like this is like I am friends with a clinger now. This guy will not leave me the fuck alone. So
the worst.
We're in the mountains, and periodically on servers, these airdrops come, and they drop a crate on the map, and a plane flies by and drops a crate, and in that crate are like essential supplies. Like this is like the only way you can get explosives, and explosives are used for raiding camps and houses. Like you need them to take down big players in the server. So
everybody wants to fight for that crate.
Well, that's the thing. It's the coolest part of the game. Everybody goes and fights for the airdrop. So me and this other naked guy are in the mountain, and we all of a sudden we hear all this gunfire erupt, and this big shootout happens to this airdrop, and then the dust settles. It's gone. Everyone leaves, and I'm standing there with this guy. I don't want to be with this guy anymore. So I go, okay, I'm gonna go over there and check and see if there's any loot bags over there that anybody might have dropped. After I get shot, he goes, oh man, don't go. So I run around and I hide behind a rock, and he can't see me anymore. And I hear him on the microphone because the way the voice chat works, it's proximity. So like the further he gets, the quieter he gets. So I'm hearing him go, "Where are you?"
Dude, oh my gosh, that's so sad, dude.
And I'm talking to my friend on Skype. I'm like, dude, I fucking ditched this guy. Like I did, like that guy.
So awesome.
He probably died. Like there's no doubt in my mind he got
couldn't survive on his own. He's like he got ambushed.
Watch next week on Permadeath podcast, we just get like an anonymous tweet that's like, question: why the fuck did you leave me? That's the only.
Where were you when I needed you?
No, dude, I'm gonna run into that guy on the server again. He's gonna shoot me because he's in full gear with guns.
Yeah, he's like a leader of a gang now. He's gonna be like
super. Yeah, just takes over your fortress that you made.
Dude,
first
cool. Chance that goes down on sale.
It's rad.
It's
rad.
It's gonna be soon, I think.
Yeah. I'm gonna get
sale.
that. I'm gonna get that straight up.
Man, just get it now at this point. It's worth it. No. All right.
If I see it on sale, I'm actually.
I can't. If I know it's gonna be on sale, like in a very like what week or two. When is the spring sale, anyways?
I don't know.
We don't know yet.
Tomorrow.
Exact date.
Tomorrow.
Isn't it spring break now? Is it spring break?
I don't know. I haven't been on spring break
well,
years.
I'm off spring break now. Today's my first day back in class.
Wait, you were on spring break last week then, right?
Yeah, it'll probably be around Easter.
Right.
So probably
towards the end of the month.
Probably in April sometime. But
all right, not bad.
Yeah, I mean, got some time. And,
I could wait.
It's all right. You can finish Guacamelee.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I gotta remember all the key bindings now.
So cool. You play anything new?
Nope, just League of Legends and Diablo 3.
I'd like to
2.0.
hear actually about you went to LCS. You went to that, correct?
Right, yeah.
Like, where is that held? Like, is that in an arena?
It's held on like a movie studio lot. Like it's just in a studio where like anything would be filmed or whatever, and it fits like 200, 300 people. It's in Redondo Beach, California, so it's kind of like on the outskirts of like LA.
For anyone who
But
doesn't know, that's the League of Legends like esports event.
esports event, but it's a good time. It was $15, and we were there for 9 hours.
Holy fuck!
Yeah,
Dude,
and
that's
it's pretty
awesome.
cool because like after every match, like the players like just come out and like hang out with you and like talk and stuff like that. So it's not like there's no like, oh, but if you want to meet them, like here's pay $300. It's like
Dude,
no, like
if they
they're chill people. They just sit, they
if
just chill
they
there.
ever offered a premium,
I knew Bill would jump on that.
dude, if they ever offered a premium package to meet some fucking guy who plays games, that would be the end of the world.
There you go.
Yo, you want to get a VIP pass to meet John,
High score in Pac-Man.
who plays League of Legends?
Man, these guys, some of them are like millionaires at this point. So I don't know.
Hell yeah,
They're like-
some of them
Well,
get
yeah.
a lot.
They do have some star power, some of those dudes.
Yeah, man, they got like chicks on both sides.
I just-
like, some like
just,
short Korean guy. Like, yeah.
I just wouldn't
Pretty
pay
much,
premium
man.
to meet one of them.
Yeah.
But that's cool that they. I mean, like you said, that they didn't charge. Like they did just come out and be like, "Yo, what's up?"
Yeah, they were there for like an hour or two after their like they meet every single person that's there and stuff like that.
I want to
and
meet
it's
Alex
cool.
Each. Alex, you know Alex Each from Gambit? That guy is like
Yeah,
You
one
know,
of the best.
I should talk it like that thing, like, oh, you can meet them, but I guess like for somebody who plays the game, I mean, you're getting to talk to someone who's so good at it that you can talk to them about the game and hear how they play it. I guess that could be really cool for someone who's really into like. I don't mean to like always shit. I hate MOBAs, like you know that. And esports are kind of
Suck.
iffy to me as well, like the concept of some of it. But like I always kind of forget, like I'm not the only guy in the world, and like if I were to meet somebody who played like what the fuck do I play a lot? Nothing really. Never mind. But if if I meet like I don't know like a professional fucking like Game of Thrones watcher, and he was telling me he watched the show. Like,
Mike Mills watching the show.
yeah, right. That'd be awesome.
but yeah, no, I can see the appeal. Like talking to a pro and hearing him talk about the game to you directly, you could pick up things. That's probably really cool. I mean, because you can't get that really with. Like if I were to go meet fucking like Anquan Bolden on the goddamn Ravens and NFL,
Right.
like he can't talk to me about what it's like to be a wide receiver, and then I go home and take that.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be a wide receiver now.
Do that shit too. Like, let me try that out. Let me try to do a 40-yard dash in 3 seconds. Let me just try this real quick.
You go try out for your college football team. They're like, what prerequisites do you have? You play in high school? Nah, man.
Anquan Bolden at
Yeah, talk to him for a solid 5 minutes. I got
Solid.
this.
he was eating a $4 Sizzler.
No, but it was like for example, I did talk to Wild Turtle, which I don't know if anyone who listens plays League, but he's the AD carry for TSM and stuff, and we actually talked for about like 20 minutes. I kind of felt really bad because there's like people waiting and like they're like, can we get a picture? And he's like, yeah, sure. You like take a picture with them and then like continue talking to me, because I was telling him like, hey, I just started playing, like I play support and AD carry looks really fun. Like, is there any tips or like, like how did you start? Like, what was your first champion you played and stuff like that? And we got to talking about that, so it was cool. Definitely just talk to him or whatever. And pretty much you just realize that they're just really good at a game. It's like afterwards walking away, it's like I felt it was like, this is kind of weird that this guy gets like 30,000 people watching him like every day on his Twitch stream. You know what I mean? Because he just was, a guy who's good at video games. I don't know. It's weird. Like, I kind of get what you mean, Bill, by the whole esports thing. Like, it's weird to think of these people as like having a following or like
it's a talent.
A celebrity,
it's a talent like any other talent. You get famous
No,
because you're good at
no, I
singing. This guy's
understand.
really good at video games.
No,
Some guy's very good at watching Game of Thrones.
But the thing is, like, the difference that I find with it is that, like, if I wanted to, like, obviously, like, I'll never be as good as like Wild Turtle at, is that his name? I'll never be as good as Wild Turtle at League of Legends, but but the fact is that I can sit here and I can play it, and like if I put enough time into it, I could be as good. And I guess that goes for any kind of thing.
Can't be as good. It comes with natural talent as well. You don't think there's actual talent involved?
But the difference between like learning a video game and learning to play football is that the video games have mechanics to it that don't require you to lift weights 7 days a week.
All right. What about playing guitar? Like sit down and play guitar.
Well,
you think you could become like as good as like Bon Jovi or some shit? No.
Well, Bon Jovi ain't that good, but I mean, like,
yeah. First of all, let's put Yokurama is irrelevant now.
Dude, you give love a bad
Sorry.
name, right?
Right.
You
Sorry.
give love.
Sorry, yeah,
Bad
Phil,
thing.
you're right. Do you ever think you can be as good as Nickelback? I mean, come on, they're a really good
Nickel.
band.
I thought one day I'd be good as Train. I don't know, but
Train's good. What about Tool?
um,
Are you a fan of Tool?
what did I even sing?
John Mayer, dude. You ever listen
Oh
to John
my
Mayer?
gosh.
I'm sorry.
I listen to music.
What does
Let's
Tool
get on
sing?
the topic of music.
What does Tool do?
I don't know, really
Songs.
cool like songs,
He's
music
a
like with
fucking
guitars.
tool. That's all he is.
It's a band.
But
No, I meant more in the sense of like if I met like a I don't know like a they don't have like that like I'm a professional sports person like I guess like arrogant ego like
Well,
you know like
that depends
like
on
if
the
I'm
person as well,
like
though. I think.
no all of them seem just like oh we're just guys that really enjoy video games and we're good at it and we get paid for it like none of them
If I
came
was
off as
making
like
millions playing League of Legends, I would be the most cocky bastard in the world. I would be just like pushing people like don't stand in. Like, dude, you're making money playing a stinking game. That's pretty crazy, though. Like, it's such a new, I guess, a new thing that it's still kind of hard to accept. Thing is, I've been following a lot of since like season 1, so I'm kind of used to it. Bill is just like, whatever, man. He's just hearing about it sometimes. So I guess
I'll never be used to it because
you will be used to it.
me.
You will be used to it.
Well, the thing is like, I'm not that I'm not used to it. It's just that like I just can't look at it the same
yeah
way
as a sport
because I can't sit at home and play League of Legends for hours a day and watch them play and observe and learn the mechanics. I'll never be as good as them.
All
I'll never be in the World Championship Series. I'll never get paid $3 million to wear the Coke logo on my shirt. But I mean, like, it's
No, I think the biggest thing is that they call it an esport, like a sport, and that kind of throws you off because like sport.
yeah it's
It's
like
not a
calling
sport.
NASCAR a sport I still don't count NASCAR as a sport
Yeah, it's more like just like any other talent. You know, it's just a talent. They have a talent at that game. Of course, they put a lot of time into it and a lot of learning hours, but really it's just talent and they're making money and people love watching it. It's a very entertaining thing to watch. You know, it's very entertaining to see two teams that are like the best that you can get at that game playing against each other. It's not like your little silver match or like a gold match where you're just kind of going at it and like everybody's like everybody wants to go mid like I don't know. You guys said
yeah
that they changed that. Man, that's what I hated, man. That's what I hated when I played League. You play a ranked game, everybody wants mid. Everybody, like
right
5 mids. There's 5 freaking mids or like 3 junglers. Like shit, guys, get it. Damn, man. That's kind of why I stopped playing for a little bit. But I'm telling you, it's just fun thing to watch, and there's more and more fans for it because comparing to season 1 and season 2 and season 3, it just gets bigger and bigger, like by a lot. Like it grows like double, triples every season. Who knows how big it's going to be by the end of season 4? You know, especially with Twitch being integrated everywhere and stuff.
There's supposed to be a new Twitch chat, isn't there?
They're gonna redo the chat.
Yeah, I heard so.
Remake the
something
chat.
like that
Well, the chat ain't too bad though.
I think it got halted because of the whole giveaway controversy that happened this week or whatever.
What was
And, like
that?
all the streamers are like losing, like getting banned or whatever. I guess like they're doing more restrictions on like giveaways because a bunch of like people who watch Twitch reported a bunch of Twitch channels for like their giveaways. And I guess like when
What?
certain streamers were filing their taxes and stuff like that, the IRS like came down on them and was like, yeah, this could be technically counted as like gambling. So a lot of people got in trouble for it. So basically, what was happening was this one streamer, or most streamers were doing this. It was like, if you give me like $1 or donate $1, you'll be entered into a giveaway to win like a PS4. Now, apparently, some guy did this and he made like $7,000 from it. And then he gave away like a $400 PS4 or whatever. But I guess people started counting that as like gambling or something like that. So they banned a bunch of they suspended a bunch of channels and like banned a bunch of channels, and then they reinitiated their channels. They gave them their channels back, but there's all these new guidelines to like Twitch giveaways now. I guess like now there's no more subscriber giveaways. Like you can't be like, oh, subscriber only giveaway. Like you don't have to be following that channel. Like basically the giveaway has to be open to everyone. You don't have to be following the channel to win a giveaway. The giveaway winners can only be in the United States now, even if the streamer isn't in the United States, because Twitch TV is in, like, the company itself is in the United States, so it's upheld those laws by, I guess, like, USA rules or whatever.
That's
so
bullshit.
So it's like United States only, and they have to be 18 or older, and there can't be any like requirements, like, oh, follow this stream, like be following my stream, donating me money, whatever. The giveaway
Well, no
has
one's
to be
going to do them anymore, then, are they? Because they're not beneficial.
Pretty much.
There's no point at this point.
Oh, and you can't advertise giveaways like on your channel. Like, you can't advertise giveaways, and you can't advertise like your donate button. You can't be like, oh, donating to me will help with giveaways or whatever. I'll give the money back to the community. Like, you just can only have a button that says like donate to support. Like, that's it.
So you aren't allowed. So if you have a donate button but you don't do giveaways, are you still not allowed to promote that?
I don't know. I honestly, that's all I know about it, because one of my friend's channels, who's pretty big, he got banned because of giveaways or whatever.
That's bullshit. I'm sorry, but that's total bullshit.
So unless they make like a Twitch headquarters or office like in Europe and Asia, etc., then it would be by like, then they could, people could do giveaways in Europe and to Europe and Asian viewers or whatever. But
now, if somebody wants to get... on. Yeah, go ahead. You go first.
I'm just thinking. I know a couple people who run or help run a charity marathon called Zeldathon.
Mm-hmm.
And they do a lot of giveaways, and now I'm worried that they might get their channel banned or whatever if they do it, because it's for a charity. Like, if you enter $5 or more, you get a chance to win some game or whatever.
Right.
So I know that's going to affect them as well.
I mean, I know that it's already affected like Athene, right? He does like, his whole thing is like, if you subscribe, you get these points to your channel, which you can use to like redeem for like games or for giveaways and raffles and stuff like that. And I know that he said that he can't do like the giveaways still. He would still like use the points to like buy games and stuff. But yeah, I guess it would affect that too, even if it is for like charity or whatever.
Wow.
It just kind of came out of nowhere, and I guess it was just because like a bunch of channels got in trouble for it or something.
Well, they shouldn't have suspended the channels. I think they should have said, don't do this anymore.
Yeah. I mean, when you change, when it's not originally in the terms of use.
Well, that's the thing. Apparently it was in the terms of use. It just wasn't regulated. It wasn't being like regulated. And then the government kind of like intervened. Like, they actually like sent a cease and desist to like Twitch and was like, hey, you're not enforcing this. And then they're like, okay, we're going to start enforcing it now. So it was in the terms, it has been in the terms of service since like, Twitch began. Like, this is, if you are a channel, this is how giveaways are going to work and stuff like that. So
interesting. Well, then what's the difference between giving $1 to an online raffle to a trusted streamer and giving $1 to some dinky ass raffle at like Saint Wild Turtle's church?
I don't know. Apparently
to win Clue.
Apparently nothing.
If the person wants to give $1,
they're gambling, man.
If the person wants to give their own $1 to try to win something, to either A, support the streamer who they like and want them to continue doing what they do, or B, support a charity. Why are they not? Why is that such a problem?
I don't know.
I thought you had to be like over 18 to have a PayPal account or a card that you could use for that anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently that was one of the issues, was that people were winning who were like under 18, and they were like using like, I don't know, probably like their parents' credit cards or whatever to like subscribe like $5 a month or whatever. Because you can still do giveaways. It's just that you have to be a resident of the United States, because that's where Twitch headquarters is right now.
I'm sorry, but that's total bullshit. That is.
Yeah, that's how like.
I'm saying this is a European. Just saying.
Yeah, it's like how the sweepstakes, like the sweepstake things are. You know what I mean? Like, it's like says you must be resident of one of the 50 states, blah blah blah, and you have to be 18 or older now. And then just there can't be any like prerequisites to entering the giveaway.
How are they going to regulate that though? Like the age thing. I guess they get their age on when you register accounts. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to be enforced. I mean, I guess, if you're going to do it on live stream, though, there's the VOD to figure out usernames and stuff. I don't know. But, yeah, so it's been enforced, and it's been kind of interesting, though, for me at least, to see, like, My friends lost like maybe 15% of his like subscriber base just because like those were the people who are like only kind of subscribed to him because of giveaways. And I know a lot of other streamers have been losing a lot of their subscriber base too because it's like, well, I was only subscribed. Like there was a channel that was giving away, I think, a 250 gig SSD and an NVIDIA 770 every week, like to their subscribers. And it's kind of interesting to see. It's like, well, now that they can't offer that, like a bunch of people like have like
Well, that's affecting
unsubscribed.
Twitch as well, isn't it? Because half of the money goes to the streamer and half goes to Twitch. So
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see like the fallout from this, but it'll be interesting to see like, oh, I'm actually, now it's more about like I'm actually I want to support the streamer rather than like giveaways.
I mean,
So,
we'll
I don't
see
know.
how much Twitch cares because didn't Twitch just sign like a 3-year deal to be the official E3 streamer of
Yep.
Oh, really?
yeah.
Yep.
That's where their breakfast money's coming from.
Yeah.
Well,
They
that means
also
Twitch is going to be totally broken that weekend. Just saying.
yeah.
It's
They
gonna be
also-
nasty.
They also pushed out a thing for broadcasters where you can just choose what type of quality your viewers can see. So you can say like only subscribers can watch my videos like 1080p.
What?
Yeah. I thought that
Are you
was
serious?
interesting.
Is that real?
Yeah, and I don't.
What?
Here's the
What the
thing:
fuck?
I don't know why they pushed it out to all the broadcasters when you could see that it was clearly used for things like MLG and like LCS. You know what I mean? Like I can see it being used for like MLG because that's how MLG worked in the past. It was like if you paid like $15 for a season pass, you could watch like all the VODs and you can watch the live stream in like 1080p. But if you didn't pay for it or whatever, you can only watch it in like 480p. It's just interesting that they pushed it out to like everyone who has a subscribe button right now on Twitch. Because I don't know anyone who would actually do it. I only know like one streamer who's done it so far, and I'm like, why?
Yeah, maybe for like premium events, like, but fucking not for just some random asshole's channel. Let me pay this guy premium so I can watch this random asshole playing HD.
The thing is, like, nobody would want to watch that random asshole because they could just go to some other random asshole that doesn't do that.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, it's clearly only for like, like MLG
Jackasses.
or LCS or whatever, or jackasses
And
too.
jackasses now. So
There's
We
one
just
guy,
talked
and
about
it's like,
Twitch for like 10 minutes.
there's one guy who, I guess to watch his highlights, you have to be subscribed to him for like whatever reason. I'm like,
What?
okay, yeah. So he puts his highlights on Twitch, and it's like if you're subscribed to him, you can watch his highlights. And then I think like 5 days after they're on Twitch, he uploads them to his like YouTube channel now.
I guess that's
like
not
that.
as bad. That isn't as bad because
But-
it's just highlights, and I guess it could be just a little like extra little special thing for the.
Yeah, I really don't like it though when people do that, when they withhold content from people who either can't pay for it or don't want to.
Yeah, but no, he shows.
But if
it
he's
later.
uploading it later, that's less of a.
It's kind of
Yeah.
like Normal Boots, with John Tron, Peanut Butter Gamer, Completionist, all of them. They upload their videos on Normal Boots. It's their website. They upload it there like a week before they put it out on YouTube. So it's kind of like as long as you do that, it's not like it's just exclusive. You have to pay to see it.
I like John Tron. He's amazing.
John Tron is freaking hilarious.
But fucking A. Video games, man.
Has anyone else been playing anything, by the way?
I have been playing. What have I been playing?
That mech game.
Yeah, I saw this.
Oh, you played Hawken.
I started playing Hawken last night.
Oh, Hawken's fun.
And because like this is a weird time for me. Like with all these games, like Titanfall comes out like tonight technically. And I mean, like, their Diablo expansion's coming out in 2 weeks, and then Elder Scrolls comes out the following week. It's like
too many games.
I want to buy
It's a bad
Titanfall.
time for your wallet.
I want to buy Titanfall, and I'm pretty sure when we get to the Titanfall question from Twitter, I'm gonna buy it while we're doing the show. But it's just that like I need something to kind of scratch that itch if I'm not gonna buy it. And Hawken is free now and on Steam. Well, it's always been free, but I mean it was on Steam for a $30 pre-purchase. But if you wanted to get the Nemesis bundle, but and it satisfies that mech itch, and it is really really fun. Now the thing with it is a lot of people are going to compare it to Titanfall because it's first-person shooter with mechs.
But you don't have the pilot bits where you're not in the mech.
This is exclusive mech fighting, and To be fair, I mean, I like both games a lot. Like, they both set out to do very different things. But like one of the modes I liked the most in Titanfall was Last Titan Standing, where you start on a Titan, and the mech gameplay was very fun. And Hawken is kind of just all of that, with a bunch of different mech chassis, however the fuck you say it, and really fun. Surprisingly really fun, and yeah, they're mechs. It's
I played
fun.
that game a while ago. Like, it was in closed beta when I played on it because a friend got me a code. And I played on it once and I was like, this is fun, this is so good, and then just forgot about it. So I feel like maybe other people would get more invested in it than I did.
Yeah, it's...
But I don't imagine it's going to be, like, played on a lot while Titanfall's in it.
That's the problem I see now. Like, they made a big mistake. Like, I don't know what the developers like business plan is, but they made a really big mistake. It's always been a free to play game. It's always been intended to be a free to play game. But when it first launched on Steam, it was available only as a $30 game. Where if you pay the $30, you get one of the like cash shop bundles. You get a bundle of a bunch of like the cash shop currency and some cosmetics and just some shit that like doesn't give you any like big advantage, just cosmetic stuff. But it was only available in that. And when people saw that, I don't know if the developers thought like, oh, because when you put a game on Steam and it's free, like, and, you can see this from Loadout. Like, Loadout saw a really healthy launch, and it had about, it sustained a really healthy amount of players. I mean, the player base kind of dwindled a little bit, but right now they've had a solid, like, 8,000 people playing a day, which seems to be that's the Loadout community, and it's healthy.
Yeah.
Hawken, they made the biggest mistake of the thing is, the great thing about Steam is like these fucking games come out and they just catch on. Like I've been playing One Finger Death Punch, which is a game with fucking stick figures in it. Okay,
Yeah.
but it launched on Steam. It made it to the front page of Steam. Total Biscuit made a video about it, hyped the shit up. It went nuts. It went like viral. Everyone's loving this game. It's a ton of fun. When you have a help launch on Steam and the price is right, or the buzz is right, you're gonna see huge popularity. And that's usually the case with new free-to-play games. Like, when a new free-to-play game comes out on Steam, everyone flocks to it. Like, the Mighty Quest for Epic Loot, that hack and slash game that came out on Steam.
Let's not talk about that game.
It was... I haven't played it. I just know that its population was huge for, like, the first week because it was free. And the advantage...
Is it still free?
Yeah, it's gonna stay free. It's gonna stay free to play forever. The advantage of like releasing your game free off the bat is like everyone flocks to it, and while like all 50,000 of those people might not stay, you're gonna at least 10,000 of them are gonna stick.
Yeah, a good amount is gonna stick.
And Hawken's been like dead for a while, to my understanding. Like the community's been dwindling a lot, which is I'm assuming the reason. Well, first of all, they should have released it on Steam a long time ago. I mean, they released it on Steam for free a few days before Titanfall comes out. That's the thing is like I said, I'm not going to compare them both directly because they're both very different games and what they want to do in terms of mech shooters.
Well, I guess when you look at it quickly, you'll compare it.
Exactly. That's the problem. Like, they shouldn't have done this. Like, well, the thing is, it's been out for a month on Steam so far, but it only recently finally went totally free. They shot themselves in the fucking foot. Like, if this game would have been free off the bat, the problem is now it's free. And like, not everyone may know. Like, oh, like it's still on the front page, but like they just know it as that fucking early access fucking game that was $30, and it's too late now to save yourself. Like, the population hasn't grown since it went free to play. So,
to be honest, I feel like some people might go to that game if they want something like Titanfall, but they just don't want to deal with Origin, or they don't want to pay that much money or whatever. If people realize now that it's free, which is the problem.
That's one of the... I mean, their marketing and business decision to the timing in which they released this game and the way that they released the game on Steam, just stupid. It's a shame because it's a really fun game. And this is one of those free-to-play games on Steam that would hold its own. Like, because when you have a really solid free-to-play game on Steam, like, the population is going to stick and people are going to play it. And, like, the thing is now that Titanfall's advertising budget is through the fucking roof. It's fucking high-fiving God. Like, it's so high. Like, it's... Like everyone's gonna see it as a mech shooter. Oh, well, I'm gonna play the mech shooter that's more popular.
Yeah.
What's this Hawken game? This fucking another mech shooter, Titanfall. Yeah, baby.
Oh yeah, rip off.
It's really
rip off
bad
Titanfall.
timing.
Rip off. That's gonna be a word that's used.
It's a shame
Definitely.
because Hawken's been around for years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played on it at least a year ago.
Like in
before I even knew about Titanfall. So
and the thing is, like, and I like both games. It's just unfortunate that they're definitely gonna get compared. I mean, because Hawken's more of a I want to say like not an arena based shooter, but the thing is, it's not a twitch shooter like Titanfall, where the first person who sees each other wins the fight. Like it's a Call of Duty. Titanfall plays like a lot like Call of Duty. I mean, you see a guy around the corner, the first person to see them wins that gunfight. Like no doubt, like you're gonna shoot him and kill him. But in Titanfall, not Titanfall, in Hawken, like you have many opportunities to dodge, heal, and outplay your opponent in a one-on-one fight. So they're very different FPS games. Philosophically, like their idea behind them, but it's just like unfortunate that they, for some reason, released it. What the fuck? Release it free and have the option to buy that bundle like Loadout did. Loadout saw a very successful launch, and now and it got a lot of comparison to Team Fortress. Like Loadout didn't go unscathed. Like people ripped on Loadout because of its style and because of what it.
Off.
But like yeah, and people threw that word around so much, and like Hawken went full $30. What?
Yeah.
First of all, that's bad business practice anyway, because here's a game that is going to be free to play, and some people might not read that. And they say, oh, it's an early access mech game. Let me buy this for $30. And then 2 weeks later, it's free to play. And that person who misspent $30, while they may have some extra goodies in the game with that bundle, they might have been, I mean, like, it's their fucking fault. They didn't read. But, I mean, like, they might have just, impulse bought this game for $30, and now it's free. Like, what the fucking hell did you just do? Like,
I don't get it.
Another reason why the early access thing bugs me. We already talked about early access to answer.
Oh, you're gonna go full rant again.
I think every single episode we've talked about full access.
Yeah.
I just want to throw that out there.
Well, I mean, like, it's good to point out. I mean, I'll buy into an early access if it doesn't suck or rip you off. I just feel like they didn't do right with the Hawken release on Steam, and that has nothing to do with the game quality because it is a lot of fun. I played a bunch of it last night, and it's just a good game. Like it's fun. But so I've been playing that, and I've been playing Nuclear Throne. Still, I played a bunch more of that since last time we had the last episode, and that game is just a ton of fun. And that's a game. I don't know if I mentioned about their early access model and the weekly updates. Did I mention that last time? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
I know I mentioned that I like Vlambeer, the developers, but they do an update every single week that adds tons of content to the game. Like the game is massive already. I've been loving the fucking shit out of that game. I love that game so much. If you like Binding of Isaac and Bullet Hills,
yeah,
get that game.
I'm gonna look for that on sale as well.
That game is a ton of fun. And I started Mark of the Ninja, most notably. This is what
you talked about.
And this game's awesome. I'm a little late to the party on Mark of the Ninja. It's a side-scroller stealth game from Clay. They're Clay. The guys who did Shank. This game is fucking rad. Like I like stealth games to a point, and that point is when I get impatient and I don't like stealth games. But I think some of the problems with stealth games is like the pathing that some guards have, and just some of the bullshit that goes along with stealth games. Like when the AI is bad, like even if it's not totally bad, like when you get a stealth game, I think that's good. Like sometimes the AI is just so stupid. Mark of the Ninja's stealth systems are so awesome. Like I don't like to use these kinds of words because it makes me sound like a pompous fucking idiot. But like it really is excellence in game design when you play Mark of the Ninja, and everything gives you feedback on what's going to make noise, how long is the guard preoccupied by, the distraction you set. When you run, like the big rings emit off of your body to let you know the range of your noise, and everything just flows so well. And the art style's awesome. Like a 2D side-scrolling stealth game just sounds like something that would end up going 99 cents on Steam, and it would suck. But this game is fucking rad so far. I really like Mark of the Ninja. There's a reason why this game got a lot of nods when it came out. But
yeah, I've owned that game for a while. I don't remember how I got it. Either it was a Steam sale or Humble Bundle. But
I think it was in a bundle at some point.
Yeah,
probably because I bought a lot of bundles. I've never played.
Because I'm relatively sure I've got it as well, and I would have got it in a bundle. So
I do want to play it really badly, but I was talking to Bill on Steam the other day, and I said that I'm not gonna start any more platform games until I buy myself a controller because it's very irritating to play on the keyboard. Usually, I love playing keyboard. Like playing with the controller. Like whenever I set, like after I started playing on PC, when I'd sit down to play like Uncharted 2 or something like that with a controller on the PlayStation 3, I would just feel so awkward. I would suck. Like But so I'm kind of used to all that kind of stuff. When you're like a third person or a first person, it's very nice to maneuver the whole keyboard and mouse. But when it comes to platformers, it's freaking you need a controller. That's
Yeah.
that's a must.
You're like mic quality's kind of laggy a little bit.
I'm a bitch.
Tad. While Yoko was trying to get fixing that up, Bill, I wanted to ask you about Path of Exile because
Yes,
I never got around. I never got around to playing that, and I wanted to know how the new patch is.
I was going to bring that up. So
All right.
you read my mind.
Good. First major
about,
patch, right?
Actually.
Yeah.
The way their patch releases work for Path of Exile is every I think it's every other week. No, I think it's every other week or every week they release like a small little like mini patch with skill gems and some balancing and little items. Excuse me. And this was their first mini expansion pack since the game launched. And doesn't add any new acts or anything. They want to do like at least one new act a year. But it adds the new leagues. Like every 4 months, there's a new reset in the ladder, so everyone starts back from the beginning if they choose to play in the new leagues. And this added a bunch of cool stuff. I was having a lot of fun there. I will never play in the hardcore leagues in these games. The way the hardcore leagues work is you die, you're done. And you can make a new character, but you die, you're done. And I play on the normal ones. And this time around for this season, the normal league is called Ambush. And the way it works is there are treasure chests set up all around the X, and they're just spread around those. There's tons of them. Like a bit when I first heard of this, I'm like, oh, okay, how rare are these chests going to be? Because like in the previous league, the things were shrines, and like you came across a lot of them, but there are times where you wouldn't see a shrine for a while, and there are a ton of these treasure chests around. And the way it works is you come across this treasure chest, and you mouse over it, and it has an item quality. Like the treasure chest itself has a quality similar to the items. Like there's yellow chests, blue chests, and underneath it are a bunch of like affixes. Like this chest, when opened, will emit like a frost nova and kill everything around you and freeze you and things like that. Or like it'll do this or that. And the way it works, when you click on the chest, it'll spawn a few packs of enemies. It'll tell you on the chest how many packs. Sometimes I don't trust that fucking description either, because I swear to God it's found 2 more packs than it was supposed to. But usually, you don't survive 3 packs of monsters to unlock this chest. So when you click a chest, then you'll kill them, and the chest will open, and you get a bunch of loot. And these things are everywhere. And the cool thing is like there's different chests for different things. Like you'll come across an armory strongbox, and in it will be mostly equipment. You might come across one that has flasks or gems and stuff like that. So you have a chance of getting some really cool stuff. And I'm only still in Act. I started Act 2 on 20 something on my new character, so I haven't really seen a lot of the higher. I don't know how much better these chests get as the game goes on, but there's also the theme of the expansion pack is the enemies are this race called the Vol, and these rifts open up, these like little portals open up, and they take you to these little like Vol mini dungeon things, and when you enter them, it's like this like realm of like hell looking thing, and you go in there and you kill a bunch of enemies, and it's a mini boss. And then they added these things called Vol skill gems, which are basically ultimate versions of existing skills. They don't have one for every skill yet, but like for example, they have like Vol spectral throw, and like the way the Vol skill gems work is they're corrupted, and when you put them in your weapon, I'm pretty sure it has a chance to corrupt your weapon too. So there's a chance you could like damage your weapon by putting this skill gem into it. But either way, it's like a ultimate version of the skill. The more you use it, it builds up charges, and then eventually you can release that charge to just kick some serious ass. Now I got a Vol skill gem for a move that I don't use with my current character's build, so it's kind of just sitting on my stash. But that's really cool, and you can like corrupt your weapons too, like on your own. You can make pacts with the Vol to like give yourself like buffs. Like for example, like one might. This is a totally hypothetical example. One buff you might get by signing a contract, a pact with the Vol in one of their like realms or whatever. You find a journal and you become one with it. Like you like take a decrease in the amount of life you can leech. So like your life consumption goes significantly down, but in return you have more life, or you have more hit or more crit, or things like that. Like you get passive buffs that do good things and bad things. So I mean, there's a bunch of stuff they added. A lot of people were mad they didn't add a new act, but I mean, like, one act a year isn't bad. I mean, considering they're only just now adding one new act to Diablo. So I mean, like, I think as long as they keep content in the current acts fresh like this, I think it's fine. So it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's cool. I mean, for a free game, there's jump on and check out. In the midst of waiting for Reaper of Souls, it's worth jumping in just to seeing some of the new stuff, especially like the Vol skill gems and stuff. It's really cool.
Is it like a good time to start playing that game?
Yes.
If you haven't played it before.
Yeah, definitely.
For anybody who hasn't played Path of Exile before, or have been kind of like hesitant to play it because they feel people might be ahead of them, and even so, I mean, people are always starting, even like months into a league, people are always kind of remaking new guys, because the way the game works is when you make a guy and you start building him, like with the skill tree and stuff. The skill tree is so massive and so daunting, and you build your character carefully.
The most massive skill tree.
Yeah, it's huge.
Right.
You can't reset that. So if you want to make another character with a different build, you got to start all over again. But at the start of the new leagues every 4 months, everybody is typically in those new play modes. So everybody's back at square one, and the economy's fresh, and everybody's starting out new, and it's a really good time to jump back into it. In fact, the population on Steam like jumped by 20,000 since the patch came out. So like, everybody who either like played a bunch during the last leagues and we were kind of done with it, all come back and to play to get into the new league and see who can get to the highest level the fastest and all that stuff. But
I'd like to give it a go at some point.
It's really fun. And they added a free-for-all PvP area for the game. It starts level 40, which is cool. I don't know how it is. I didn't get there yet, obviously. But you can enter I don't know where it is. It's somewhere in Act 3, I think. You enter it, and everyone's just kicking each other's ass, to my understanding. But it's always fun. But yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's worth a check out if you like Path of Exile. Even if you don't like Path of Exile, if you have any interest in Path of Exile, it's a good time to start because of that. But yeah. Path of Exile. I don't think I've been playing anything else. I think that's about it.
Oh, I played one more thing, if I can talk about it really quickly.
Yeah, go for it.
I started playing on GTA 4 for the second time.
Hey.
And I've got about an hour in this time, which is about half an hour longer than I managed last time. The start of that game,
Nice.
so dull. Like,
Yeah.
I assume the game gets better. But I'm just doing like...
I never beat GTA 4.
I didn't either.
There's a reason I didn't beat it, because I don't like Nico Bellic. That just don't. Sorry, I'm burping like all over the place in the back here. Sorry. Well, nobody can probably hear it, I hope, but it's.
We all heard it.
Sorry. Wait, are you serious?
It was disgusting.
Yeah. Dude, I'm so Oh.
Like, everyone drink like a can of Coke and we'll all do it together.
Son of a nasty.
Fuck you,
Shit.
Yokurama. But anyway, yes, GTA 4, Evie.
Yeah, I'm going to beat it at some point, because I just feel like I need to before I play on GTA 5, and it's a good excuse to not buy it on Xbox and maybe wait until there's a PC port for it, maybe.
Mm.
But I don't like it that much so far, which is weird, because a lot of people are like, it's my favourite game, it's really good, and I'm like, is it?
That's okay. I didn't really like it that much either. I'm being honest.
People either loved it or hated it. Actually, I didn't care for it though.
Yeah, it was.
I'm giving it more of a chance than I did
polarizing.
last time, because I feel like I should. But I don't know. I don't really have all that much to say about it. I just wanted to be like, I started playing it.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this progresses over the next 7 episodes.
I did also start playing that. I mentioned remember that One Finger Death Punch game. Do any of you know what that is? Have you seen anything about that game?
Yeah, I've seen.
I just saw the stick figures. Like, it just looks like those flash
Dude,
movies that we used to watch when we were in middle school. Like people killing each other.
It's very simple. The way it works, you have waves of enemies coming at you from the left and the right, and the right click attacks on the right side, left click attacks on the left side, and you have a certain range from which you can attack from, and it lights up when you can hit from left to right. And I honestly, I don't know why it's. I mean, I don't know why I bought it. One, like, I mean, like, I saw all the good buzz about it, and like, I'm like, okay, you know what? A $4 indie game is getting a lot of good buzz. I'll check it out. And I've been absolutely obsessed with getting perfects on all levels. It is so ridiculously fun. I don't understand. Like, it's stick figures. I don't get it. But I guess it just proves that, like, as long as the game itself is fun, it can be stick figures. I don't know. It's just so satisfying to make it through a really hard level without taking any damage or missing a hit. Like, I don't even know. I don't even want to talk about it. It's just that it's so fun that, like, that's all I can really say about it. Is yeah,
Yeah, I have a couple of friends that were playing it. So.
it's an absolute blast. I've had so much fun with it. So, but yeah, that's about it. I mean, all I've been playing. But guess we can get some questions in.
Ooh,
Yeah, let's do that because we've got loads.
Questions.
Yeah, so let's see here. Kinroz asked if what we think about early access and Kickstarter. But we already talked about early access.
We haven't talked about Kickstarter though, really, have we?
No, we didn't. We kind of mentioned it a little bit.
Yeah, we might have referenced it in passing with early access,
Yeah.
but I don't think we ever really did. But I kind of feel the same way.
I don't really mind Kickstarter as much because, you know, they present an idea.
Yeah.
And if you really, really like the idea of that idea, you know,
The only
fund it, whatever.
the only thing that really bugs me about Kickstarter sometimes is like fucking Peter Molyneux used it and fucking Shaq's using it. Like, okay, this
Hey, come on, Shaq Fu 2
there's a
needs to happen.
Shaq Fu 2 coming out. This is one of the best centers to ever play in the National Basketball Association. This man has millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of endorsement and basketball money sitting in his oversized house. Oversized because he can't fit in a normal one. And they're using Kickstarter. Shaq can make the game himself. He can spend enough money to go to game fucking school for 30 years learning the craft, not be down any money, and make the game himself on no sleep for 3 months and have enough money to buy 4 more houses. Why is he using Kickstarter? Or should I say...
This is the problem. Like, people who have money are still using Kickstarter. Sorry, I wanted to cut you off there before you sort of burst a blood vessel. So. I have more of a problem with that sort of stuff. And when people are overfunded to a point where it's like they're not going to use the money for this.
Exactly. Yeah.
The biggest example I can think of isn't a game, but it's game related, is the tropes versus video game women or women in video games or whatever, where this journalist was asking for $6,000 and she got a lot of hate for this. So she flaunted all that hate and people basically came in and gave her $160,000. And it was insane because she's never going to need that much money to make a video series. I don't know if you've heard about this.
No, not at all.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
I've heard something about. I kind of remember her. And when that.
Her name's Anita something.
Yes. Yeah.
And she gets a lot of flack for what she does because she's so misinformed. But it's when people do that instead of like shutting off the funding that pisses me off. Instead of going, right, we got 6,000. I don't need 160,000. You know. Yeah.
Kickstarters, I never know who to blame. Like when something like the fucking Ouya, which is a big hunk of turd. Like totally flopped. I mean, at the same time though, like, I don't know if people really expected with the Ouya. Like they expected a $100 console, and they expected something more than an Android in a box that plugs into your TV, but it sucked. And like people were so pumped up for this Ouya thing, and they expect some kind of revolution. But I mean, like they did out. I mean, okay, there might have been some marketing spin on a lot of it, but I mean, like they never really said it wasn't an Android in a box that plugs in your TV. And people are so mad at them for making that thing. Oh, it fucking sucks. But like, well, you pay for it. The hell's a matter? Like what? Like I don't know whose fault it is sometimes when the Kickstarter comes through and it's not what people expected. I mean, like when you look at the idea and you put money towards it, you're putting money towards the idea, and allowing them to make their idea. Not so much here's the final product.
Yeah.
You're paying. Like, it's an investment. I mean, you get.
It's basically for pre-orders. You're investing in a pre-order that might not show up.
Yeah, and it's like pre-ordering a game too. Like okay, let's say they make Fire Emblem of Duty with kill streaks, and it's on the Xbox One, and Marth has guns, and I would have pre-ordered that game, and I put money towards that game. The game's out and it totally sucks. Well, it's my fault.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's a different scenario because the game's already being made without my money, but at the same time.
Yeah, I don't pre-order games anyway, so Kickstarter isn't really my thing.
Yeah.
I think in my life I've pre-ordered maybe 2 games, which was Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker and Assassin's Creed 3, because I just don't find there's much benefit in pre-ordering games unless there are pre-order bonuses that I really like. So with The Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker, you got Master Quest and Ocarina of Time on a disc. On a GameCube disc that you could use. And that was cool. And with Assassin's Creed 3, I got what's it called? The Freedom Edition, where you got like a massive statue of Connor. So that felt like a bonus to me, but it wasn't expensive. Like when you look on Kickstarter and they're giving this sort of stuff away, it's $250 plus usually.
Yeah.
Which is not pre-order price.
Well, what's going to be interesting now is we're seeing a lot of the biggest, like some of the stuff that kind of kicked off the Kickstarter craze coming into fruition now. Like Broken Age is coming out. Like first act came out for Broken Age, and
people were like not very impressed with that, as far as I understand.
Well, here's my problem with that. Like I didn't put money towards that, and like Tim Schafer's a cool guy. Like Double Fine, they're stand-up dudes, but like once again, they release only half the game. What?
Would you rather wait like another 6 months to a year to have a full, complete game?
Yes.
Rather than it being released in parts, like with The Walking Dead or whatever? Would you rather just wait?
Yes. And that's also my problem with early access. Is like I don't think Broken Age is dubbed as early access, but I mean because they're billing it as okay. Here's episode 1. Wait for episode 2. But at the same time, I mean, I don't think they ever said that Broken Age is going to be broken up. I think they're just kind of like, hey, we have enough done, and here's the game. Wait for more of it. Because what I understand, I mean, I think it just kind of like ends like in the middle, and you just have to kind of wait for the next one. Like it doesn't really end as an episode, from what I understand. So it's kind of like, well, fucking come on, like, fucking. I'm gonna go on an early access run again. I gotta stop myself. Okay. Like, there's been like 5 more games released like in the last 2 days that are already accessed on Steam. What the fuck?
So this is the episode where you have an aneurysm.
I was texting my friend and he's like, I'm supposed to get alpha games. And stop it! Stop releasing them! Finish your fucking game! Oh. And I look like a hypocrite because I bought Rust and Nuclear Throne, but I mean, but the thing is, Nuclear Throne is pretty much fully realized. Like even Vlambeer said it themselves. They're directly quoted in saying that our game's pretty much done. Right now, we're just having fun with it now. So they're still dubbed early access because I mean, I guess officially it's not released, but they're happy with what they've done, so I bought it. Rust, whatever. That's it. But all these fucking. Fuck. That's my feelings of early access.
Should we move on if anyone?
Yeah.
All those fucking fuck. That's
okay.
Direct quote. That's direct quote right there.
This one comes from Neo Ace. He asks, "What is your most favorite gaming memory?"
Ooh.
I don't mind.
Okay, you go then.
Okay. Only because I don't know if you got... Yeah, I got mine right off the bat. It is the very first time I stepped into World of Warcraft. My first ever big MMO. Seeing a world from that perspective, not isometric like RuneScape. And when people are named like Booty Slayer 77. You can't have numbers in your names. People have actual names. I'm seeing the world from on the ground and running around, and my very first night getting camped by an undead. And then, I don't know if I ever told this story, but when my cousin thought he pushed a gnome off the boat towards Menethil Harbor. Now, back then, my cousin and I were very stupid people. we didn't use like Ventrilo or TeamSpeak. I'm sure these things existed in 2008, but we didn't use them because we didn't know any better. So we used a telephone, the actual
Nice.
house phone
Wow.
that I had propped up with my shoulder to my ear. I was in neck cramps playing this game on my parents' computer, which was terrible. But the first night we played this game, we're on the phone, and we're night elves, and we take the boat towards, I think it was from Darkshore or Manethil, or was it just to Darkshore? It might have been just to Darkshore because we were low-level night elves. And there's this pink-haired gnome. I will never forget this moment in my life because it is the moment that neither of us realized there is no collision detection in this game amongst players. But for some reason, we thought there was. There was a pink gnome sitting at the edge of the boat, and we didn't understand the concept that people jump off the boat before it locks because it's quicker to get to land. Because you don't have to wait for the boat to slowly pull and park. You could jump off the boat early and be on the island already. So we're standing there, and my cousin, his name is Vinny, he's on the phone with me. Vinny says to me, "Yo, Billy, I'm going to push this gnome off the boat." And I go, "Don't do that." And he goes, "I'm going to do it. Watch." And he runs up to his gnome, and it couldn't have been, like, it sounds like I'm making it up, like, but I'm not. Like, he runs up to this gnome, and as soon as his character touches the inch of the gnome's model, the gnome jumps off the boat. And I'm sitting there, and I go, "Dude!" My cousin's like, "Oh, my God. Oh, my God, no." I go, "Vinny, you pushed him off the boat, you idiot!" And we thought like we did such a bad thing. Like I'm like freaking out. I'm like 12. I'm like freaking out. "Oh my God, no, no, no!" And it was like, "Oh my God, he's gonna drown!" And I'm like, "Oh fuck, oh no!" And like the first night in World of Warcraft is it's one of my favorite things ever. Like just my whole experience of 1 to 60 in vanilla WoW as a 12-year-old kid is my favorite gaming memory because when I was the most naive entering an MMO. I wasn't jaded in certain features. Like, I wasn't used to every single thing that they had to offer. Like, I think as for the case for most people back in vanilla WoW. Like, now, I mean, there's been 18,000 MMOs released with WoW's style over the last 6 years that it's kind of just like, whatever. Everyone knows what to expect, but like back then, like I was so naive. I didn't know what I was doing. Like I was asking people for money. Like I was making friends. I met someone in the game who lived 3 blocks away from me. Like it was such a crazy, like just such a. I don't regret a single minute of it. Love it, but that's mine.
I think I've got mine. No one else has.
Go ahead.
No, I don't. I can't think of anything so far.
When I beat Mario 64 for the first time. I don't know how old I was, but I remember really clearly that I had this like tiny little TV, but it was so thick and it was fitting in the tall boy and stuff. And we were like, it was me, my next door neighbor Niall, and my stepbrother Adam. We could not beat Rainbow Bowser. We could not do it. And then we did it. And we all just like erupted into cheers and stuff because we did it. We beat the game. We saved the princess, and it was all this like really, I don't know. It was hype, so hype. And that was like the first time I ever beat a game. So that one's kind of special in a way. But there was also when we used to play on Mario Kart 64, but it was in Japanese, and me and my cousin used to like, I don't know, troll each other or something by pausing the game mid-race all the time. But because we'd be like, "Oh, my nose has got an itch," and my dad used to be like, "No, don't do that. You have to finish the race."
Can I just say
without scratching your nose, and we'd like overreact and stuff. Yeah.
Speaking of those kinds of moments, like playing with friends and relatives, and like finding ways to cheat, like and overreacting and yelling at each other. I used to play games with my dad all the time. Like I would play him a Mario Kart. He'd get so fucking angry at me. Like he would get so mad. I was baby Mario. Double Dash is what we played, and I would kick his fucking ass every goddamn race. But he would get so mad at me. But the one time we were playing, my cousin lived with us at the time because he was going to school up here, and it was you figured he'd live with us instead of dorming if it's cheaper. And we had like football, and we had a Madden tournament, like a month-long Madden tournament thing where we against my brother, myself, my dad, and my cousin. And the same one who pushed them off the boat. And and it got to a point where like I didn't suck. Like I was good at Madden, and Like I'm gonna talk really loud as long as my dad's like in the house somewhere. I beat my dad in the game once. My dad, we all like kind of like poke fun of my dad, like make fun of him because he freaks out at games, and the way he yells is hilarious. Like he yells like me. Like that's where I got it from. Like my dad, I'm my dad. My dad's me. Like it's just the way it is. But like we would bust on him so bad, and the one day he got so mad after I beat him in Madden, because like after he lost, like my cousin and I were giggling, like it's laughing, like he's fucking freaked out, and like I went to my cousin's room. And I came upstairs to get a drink, and my dad was so angry. He took the disc out of the Xbox and goes, "Yeah, you want to fucking laugh? Here's your fucking game." We threw it across the house, and I'm like, "Oh shit, what the fuck?" It was just a game. I mean, like we had schedules printed out as to who plays who what day. And he starts ripping it little pieces. He goes, "Fuck yeah, you want to fucking laugh?" And I go back up to my cousin's room, and I'm cracking up laughing. I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" And he pokes his hand in and goes, "Yeah, you want to fucking make fun of me?" He closes the door, like the game's like, in the kitchen somewhere, like all over the fucking house. And I'm like, and my dad's not a bad, like crazy person or anything. He's just like, I don't know what clicked that day playing Madden, but I beat his ass in the game so bad that he just
That's how video games are, man.
he went. And you know what? Yeah, that's how we get. I don't. Anybody who doesn't get angry at video games, I don't trust you. You're a serial killer. That's
No, that's
Seriously.
everybody. Like 100% of the people get angry at video games.
yeah. Like there are some people who are like, oh, it's just a game, man. Like I was reading about One Finger Death Punch, and people were like, oh, when you lose in this game, it's your fault. Like you just don't get mad at it. It's so chill. You're like, oh, I just gotta try better. Like no, I was 10:30 in the morning for class. I almost had like a heart attack playing One Finger Death Punch. I was gonna die of anxiety playing that fucking game. I don't trust anyone who doesn't feel that emotion. Like you're a serial killer. You're cold. Like this.
It's the best scene. My nephew, he's 3 right now, right? And like I gave him a Nintendo. I gave him the original classic Nintendo, and just the Super Mario Brothers 1. And he's 3, and he's just figuring out how to play it. Like at first, he couldn't even beat the first level. Now he's like, he could beat a couple of worlds. But he gets so angry playing. It's the funniest thing because like first I'm like yelling at him like, no, why would you do that? You don't have to go. I'm like, yeah, like don't do that. Why are you jumping on him? You don't have to kill everybody. Just go for it. Because he thinks he has to kill everybody.
Yeah.
So he jumps like
That's
he like
adorable.
he'll chase a Goomba down and like fall and then die, and then he gets really mad. I'm like, why are you doing that? You suck at Mario. I'm like yelling at him. And he gets angry and he's like, Mom, he's like he gets really mad. But then when I stop talking, I just look and like watch him play, and I'm just sitting there with a smile. And when he sucks, he goes, yells, and tells his mom that I'm not telling him how to play. Like it's just it's the cutest thing, like the funniest thing. I wonder if I was like that when I was a kid. Yeah,
I
my
used
dad
to
would
be
spank
like
me.
the
If I did
bitchiest little kid. When I used to play on Mario Kart 64, I used to be so bad. Like when my cousin was beating me or whatever, we played the game in Japanese. So we had like a Japanese console, Japanese game and whatever. And I paused the game to like scratch my nose or whatever. And I'd figured out what characters meant what. So there was like continue, character select, course select, whatever. And I'd figured out that I could lie to my cousin if they were beating me and say, oh, I just got the characters wrong. So instead of pressing continue, I'd press like character select or something so they didn't get to beat me.
Oh. It's like pulling the game console, like just pulling it out of the power,
Oh, I did that before as well. Like my stepbrother at the time was playing on Turok, and I wanted to play on something else, and he wasn't listening to me, so I just pulled the cartridge out of the
You don't pull the cartridge.
Never forget the time
fucked his day up.
I was at my buddy's house. I was in like 4th grade. And he had an older brother, and he had 2 older brothers, and the oldest brother wanted to show me the game MLB Slugfest, which was a baseball arcade type game where like you can hit a home run and then run around first base and like beat the shit out of the fielders, like playing on the field. Like you can beat up the other players. And, like I wanted to see it because like, oh wow, I'm a little kid. I want to beat up other players in the baseball field. So, but the other brother was playing Metal Gear Solid, and but the other, and he didn't want to turn it off because he was far in the game and he couldn't save it yet. He was fighting, oh shit, what's the boss with like the fucking yellow eye? He's like a ninja. Praying mantis. I don't know what it is. I'm probably so wrong on that. I don't play Metal Gear.
I never played.
He was fighting the boss, and the older brother comes up and goes, "Yo, I want to show Tyler's friends Slugfest." And he goes, "Wait a second, I'm beating this game. Hold on a second." And he goes, "No, I want to show him to him now." And he takes the disc out of the system, ruins his save, and puts Slugfest in. And the other brother started getting so mad. He was like crying. He was kicking him. This kid's like 17 years old. The one kicking is crying.
Right.
Like he was you're so stupid. And he starts kicking the other brother, like karate kicks and stuff. And here I am sitting there like, yeah, let's play some Slugfest. Like,
Play some Slugfest.
like I didn't understand like what the fuck was going on. Like I didn't know.
He just didn't give a shit. He just want to play a
Like,
game.
yeah, play some Slugfest, man. But like, you know, I'm sitting like a little dickhead, like playing Slugfest while the other boys upstairs like crying. Like I ruined his day. Like I don't know.
Mr. Bitch, man.
But yeah. So
no, there's so many moments where we would get together. A lot of Halo moments as well. Back when like Halo 2 and stuff. Like we would connect like 2 Xboxes and like play with like 8 TVs and shit.
Dude, that's another gaming moment that I'm very fond of. Like first getting into Halo 2.
Dude, we played nonstop every day, like all day for months, pretty much. And that's like still after years after that game came out, we once in a while, once every few months, we'd get together and play on because I own like a few of the original Xboxes, and you can like chain them, connect them all together. It's LAN. Yeah, it's it's not like LAN. They're actually all connected to each other. Well, I guess it is like LAN. I don't know. Whatever. But it's fun as hell. You can get like 8, 12 TVs and shit. Man. That was good times.
Say any moments for like any are those just kind of like your moment, Yokurama? Like all of them? Like,
well, I guess. Well, I could. Not all moments are happy moments when it comes to video games. I have a sad moment.
Kubo, that laugh was hysterical. It just came out of like in the middle of everyone talking.
He's like,
sorry, I can't.
He's like a Santa Claus.
I'm not like making fun of it. It's just like it was just a funny little laugh to come.
It's a Santa Claus laugh.
Yeah, it was really hearty. It was a hearty laugh.
Yeah. Were you like just like scratching your belly while you were doing
it? You okay, Bill?
What kind of laugh is that?
Guys, we got this. We can make it through these questions.
No, I got one more story. It's a good story, baby. But it's pretty much my brothers. I was a little kid. My brothers didn't let me play because they were playing, right? So they were playing Super Mario Brothers 3, and they never beat it yet. And I'm just sitting there watching it, right? You know, one of my brothers on the rocking chair, rocking back and forth, right? And they're like on the last world, and I get so into watching it that like I just without thinking, I just placed my hand somewhere, and it turns out I placed it on the rocking chair, and like he just like back and forth, he crashes my finger. So that was a moment. My nail flew right off.
Oh no.
That was like I'm telling you, not every gaming moment is a happy moment.
I could think of like loads if I thought about it properly. It's a hard question.
Yeah.
I probably beat the shit out of my brother with like a game controller at one point. I just don't remember.
I remember me and my brother were fighting over a game once, actually. I don't remember what it was about, but we were like staying at my dad's house, and he just went, "I'm not letting you play the game," grabbed me by the back of the head and like smashed me down into the floor. My brother was a great guy.
Sounds like
games. Serious business.
He got really angry about Mario 64. Oh man. Should we move on, or did Kubo?
Is there any more questions? Because we've been talking about this for like 20 minutes, probably.
Yeah, Kubo, do you have a game moment that sticks out?
No, pretty much.
Okay.
Basically, the type of stuff you guys have been saying, just playing.
It's just him like sitting there, clicking his mouse.
Let's see here. Okay, I'm not gonna pick every one of these yet. Some of them are kind of like redundant, like they kind of like been answered like just through conversation before.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm gonna favorite these all just so we have them because we got a lot of questions this week, and
not expecting that. We were like, whoa, 11 questions.
Yeah, we'll get around to answering them.
Eventually, we should just have an episode where we just answer questions.
We usually get to
like our backlog.
Usually like 2 a week. Like, thanks a lot. Like seriously, like that sounded like really like, thanks a lot. That sounded really sarcastic. No, I'm serious. So we might not get to all these. But I mean, like, cool. This one comes from shit again. I can't pronounce his name.
Come on, do it.
Fuck.
Come on, Bill.
What?
Steenus.
Yes.
There we go.
There you go. You got it right.
I wasn't expecting that.
He asks, what childhood game would each of you want a modern remake of?
Huh. Rampage?
Ooh, a fun.
Maybe.
Yeah, I like Rampage.
I really liked Rampage. Maybe a Metal Slug remake would be cool. Those are two off the top of my head, at least. Would just be really fun to see in an HD remake.
A remake of Spyro that's good. Because it
Oh,
hasn't been
yeah.
good since PlayStation 1. Come on, guys. Or PlayStation 4.
They've
Skylanders,
already
bro?
done it.
No! No, man. I love Skylanders, by the way. That's like a fun game to play with my 3-year-old nephew. But apart from that, I want a real Spyro game.
There was such a pause in between old and nephew that I thought you had a 3-year-old son.
Nice.
It's a good game to play with my 3-year-old nephew.
Nephew.
I was like, holy shit, congrats.
Bill, I've known you all these years.
But
Yeah, like all my games that I would like have already been done. Like,
Really?
not even joking, because I was a Nintendo kid. Like, I never had a PlayStation 1 or
yeah.
anything like that. But all my games have been remade, pretty much.
I could pretty much say Crash Bandicoot as well if we're talking about PlayStation, because the PS2 ones were kind of shit. So
Dude,
I'm trying to think, like...
I don't know. Like maybe. No, go ahead. I don't have.
they remade Mario 64 for the DS.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't a proper remake, but I like that game. They remade Star Fox 64. They remade Ocarina of Time. They remade The Wind Waker. You know, my catalog's done. So
Yeah. For me, maybe I would pick like, like Brave Fencer Musashi for the PS1. Only because that game had a lot. I mean, they had a second one for PS2, but like, I didn't play it, and I don't know, like a next gen Brave Fencer or a new Mystical Ninja. Starring Goemon.
Oh, that's a good one.
Because that game is just so charming and just so. It just felt so good to play that game.
That game, you know, the one Legend of the Mystical Ninja for N64.
Yeah.
You needed to have a memory card or something to save that game, so I never got very far because I didn't have one. Was it the thing that you plugged into the back of the N64 controller?
Yeah.
So I'd always get to like Mount Fuji or whatever it was, and then I'd never progress any further than that. I loved that game so much. I've tried emulating it, but it never works quite right, and love that game.
I love it.
That's a good answer.
So that's my answer, yeah.
Can I steal that? Because that would also be my answer. Yeah, I'm totally stealing that then.
I don't know. There's a lot. Like if my games weren't in a box, like if I could actually look at them, I could probably name a bunch because I have a bunch of PS1 games that I really love. And,
yeah.
A lot of them just series that have been forgotten at this point or ruined. So
mostly ruined.
Yeah, a lot of them were
ruined. I wouldn't mind like oh shit, I lost it already. Oh fuck, I had it. It's gone. Oh well. Like a real. No, never mind.
No, I thought you got it there for a second.
I know, I got it. It's just Pokemon Y satisfies each. I was gonna say like a full blown like Wii U version of Red and Blue, but like realized as a full 3D RPG where like you can see the Pokemon in the world, like in the overworld, like they're not just in tall grass. Like
I've wanted them to make a game like that for years. Like
that would be very hard to satisfy the fans, though.
No, but if they did it like,
feels good.
All I want, to be honest, is a game that lets you explore all the regions so far. That would be so cool. Like, you could pick the region that you started in, pick your Pokemon, go on your adventure. It'd be great.
That's just like the dream game that will never ever happen.
I don't know why, because Nintendo obviously need the money, so they should make it. I'd buy a Wii U for that.
I mean, like, everybody would buy a Wii U for that.
Pokemon Y kind of sort of satisfied that 3D itch. But like just a fully realized massive RPG game set in Pokemon World on a console without any fucking Coliseum gimmicks where you can only catch dark Pokemon. None of that fucking shit. Like,
Yo, Bill, you didn't even experience the whole experience with Y. What are you talking about, Bill?
Yeah, aren't you like second badge?
well, it doesn't matter.
Third, God.
Dude, yep, it's there's so much more. There's so much more to it. You need to play more.
Well, yeah, I know that, but I
They
mean,
show a lot more. Like
know,
you,
They
but-
fixed so many problems I had with like Pokemon as a franchise in that game. Like I wanted a 3D game that gave me that. I really wanted customizable characters, which I didn't know was in the game until I bought it or was gifted it. And it was so cool because they just fixed that problem that I had with not being able to customize my characters, which is so trivial. But they did it. I was so happy. It's great.
that was a step up.
Yeah, you've leveled up, Nintendo.
Good job, Nintendo.
How far are you from it? Are you like
Do I
in
sound
another
that far
room?
away?
Good job.
Yeah, it sounds like you're in a different room. Just like good job, Nintendo.
Really?
Good
I'm
job,
like
Nintendo.
5 feet away from my mic.
Good job, Nintendo.
Wow.
Good job, Nintendo.
Oh,
This this question comes from Raphael. Hi, Raphael. Welcome to the show. He asks us now. I mean, this question can be answered in 2 seconds, really. I mean, but are any of you going to play Titanfall at Dark Souls 2? Are any of you Dark Souls fans?
I haven't played Dark Souls 1
Mhm.
yet, but I really
No.
want to. I really want to play Dark Souls. I want to play that really hard game. That's
The
supposed to be super-
problem I have with Dark Souls is that it goes through Games for Windows Live, and I fucking hate that service.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be removing that
Yeah.
actually with a patch.
I'd be more inclined to play on it then, because it's such a fucking arse ache to sign into that thing.
Yeah.
Never remember my password. Never remember my
I
email
don't remember
address.
my
It's
password
horrible.
for that either.
Like I played Demon Souls, and I didn't beat. I got far, but I played Demon Souls, and I loved it a lot. Like I like these games. Like I have Dark Souls. I barely played it. I didn't really get a chance to really get into it. I mean, like it's not really my fault or anything. I know, I guess it is my fault. It's not the game's fault, was what I should say. Like I did not play it because it sucks. But I'm in a kind of a predicament. Like, do I just kind of jump into Dark Souls 2 or do I play Dark Souls 1 first? Because, I mean, to my understanding, I mean, Dark Souls 2 is not like a direct, you don't have to play it.
Well, the
Um,
thing is, I think I'd play the first one since I already
Well,
have it. I'm not gonna buy
yeah.
Dark Souls 2
Well,
to
if
like buy Dark Souls 2.
when the Steam sale happens, that game is going to be dirt cheap. Dark Souls 1 is going to be dirt
Yeah, it-
cheap.
it-
Oh yeah,
it's-
it's
Loads of
already
people.
so cheap.
Yeah, it's been repeatedly $4. Like,
Yeah, that's how much
so.
I bought it for a while ago. Like a
That's
year
why
ago.
I bought it, because it was about £3, and I was like, well, I'll give it a go, I suppose.
Yeah.
And
I
I
the
feel
only
like
reason,
if I was gonna play on Dark Souls 2, I'd want to do that anyway, because I never buy games on release, or very rarely do. So it gives me time to play that through, and then maybe get Dark Souls 2 if I like it.
That's true.
Yeah, I think the only reason why I haven't really jumped into it at this point is because I heard that the PC port has like issues.
There was some
And-
issues.
But that's like the main thing. Like I don't know maybe how big the issues. I didn't
They're-
really look into it. I just
they're
kind of like I didn't really like. It's kind of like made me.
You
Push
can
it.
Game breaking issues.
you can fix them with a little user patch. You just download it and put it into your game, and it's good to go.
Yeah.
You pretty much have to use a controller, from what I understand. I heard the keyboard controls are abysmal.
Oh, don't play an archery either, because I made that mistake, and archery is horrible in that game.
Is it?
Yeah, just saying.
Maybe I'll start Dark Souls 1. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll play that a little bit.
Yeah.
But anyway,
No, you're not.
I'm gonna be buying Titanfall. To answer the second part or the first part of the question, technically.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna buy it tonight. I swear to God.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. I'm
Um,
surprised that you're still gonna buy it, dude. You know that you're gonna be playing Diablo mostly.
yeah, no, but I mean, I like to I like the social experience. Everyone's gonna be playing it this week, and I don't know. I like to be a part of the wave.
Fair enough.
That, and I really enjoyed it when I played it in beta, and why
I
not?
mean, I'll eventually get Titanfall. I plan on it, but I just know that if I buy it now, then I know for sure it's just gonna be, put on the side because Diablo Reaper Souls is coming out, and then I have other games that are coming that I'm gonna be playing way too much of. And then on top of that, I'm playing League of Legends now. So
Yeah.
That's a killer.
Titanfall, meh,
Backseat.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Reaper of Souls comes out this month, right?
The 25th.
2 weeks.
Man, I gotta fix my Blizzard account. Shit.
Still hasn't been fixed.
Still haven't.
So you guys haven't played Hearthstone yet?
Nope.
Nice.
Nope.
Nice.
I know, man. It's super nice.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
But yes, I will play on Titanfall.
I probably will never.
Can we
ever
answer the
play
question from
Titanfall.
Miata?
Where is it? Oh, there it is. What was your favorite? Did we answer this before? The Last of
I
Us.
don't think so.
What was your favorite 2013 game? The
I don't
Last
think
of
we
Us.
answered
like-
that.
We didn't ask.
Did we?
It was like, what was the most anticipated game of 2014? I think. I know that someone asked that question.
Yeah.
Someone asked that
First or
question.
second episode, but I don't think
I
we
know
ever
that
done
you-
2013.
Dude, you've answered The Last of Us to like 15 questions. So I don't really know.
Let's be
Three
real
of The
here.
Last of Us.
The Last of Us.
The Last of Us.
Because
I don't
I'm looking
know.
through this list. I've got like.
Let me pull
3.
up my handy dandy cheat sheet, and I'll let you guys know.
Yeah. So, should I go first since I know my answer?
Yes.
It's a cross between 3. Pokemon came out last year, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So one of them is Pokemon X version or whatever. And the reason that I'm picking 3 is because I feel like they're so different from each other, and I can't really compare them. But one is Pokemon X. The other one is A Link Between Worlds because that game is fun and great. And the other one is Saints Row 4 because it's just so much fun to play. There you go.
Boom.
There you go.
Oh.
I think scanning through the list right now, I have to say, I really liked StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm for the campaign. Spoilers, but they do like tell you the origin of like where the Zerg came from and like how Kerrigan came to be, and I just thought that was really interesting, especially since I was into StarCraft 1 a lot. I guess technically this counts because my friend did gift this to me. Diablo 3 came out for PS3 and Xbox 360 in 2013. And that introduced like Loot 2.0, and there was no auction house and stuff like that. And I don't know, it was really fun. We played we played a handful of time at my friend's house. He has a 3D projector room, so it was just like all 4 of us just like playing Diablo 3. And in the console version of Diablo 3, when you play like split screen or whatever, there's no shared loot. So loot just like drops on the ground, and then everyone just like rushes for it and can like hit each other and like knock people away to like grab the loot that's like dropped on the ground. And I don't know, I always felt that was really fun.
Cool.
I don't know, I'm still looking through this list though.
No, I didn't really play that many games that came out last year, honestly. I think I was playing mostly just like some older indie games. But I think I'll have to choose 2 games from the 3DS, and that is also Pokemon, but Pokemon Y.
Fire Emblem.
And Fire Emblem. Shit. You're right.
Papers, Please and Guacamelee also came out last year, just FYI.
It's a good
Guacamelee I'm still playing today. That is a good year. I didn't play any of the like PlayStation 3 exclusives or any other exclusives apart from it. If it wasn't on PC, I most likely didn't play it because I didn't have a PlayStation 3 at that point.
Cool.
So that's my answer. I really want to play The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Next question.
Unanswered.
Any more questions? Because we've answered quite a bit of questions.
Bill?
Bill?
So,
Any more
How's it
questions?
going? Well, there's more questions. Any more answers? Eh?
does anybody know a lot about Zelda here?
I know a bit.
Okay. Help Nikolai out. He asks,
Okay, what's the question?
which of the Legend of Zelda games would you recommend someone who has never played any to start out with?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Huh.
I would say Ocarina of Time as an option because it's one of those classics that everyone feels like you have to play anyway, and it's a fun game. But I think more than that, I would recommend A Link Between Worlds because it's a lot simpler and it's a very good game. The mechanics in that game are so neat and just really good. Yeah, I think I'd go for A Link Between Worlds. If you've got 3DS.
Cool. An unexpected answer.
I think I'd go with like Wind Waker actually instead of.
Wind Waker's a good
Ocarina of
one, but
Time.
I feel like I feel like the open world of that might put people off. Like, I really enjoyed it, but it's a lot of ocean. But the Wind Waker is also a good one as well, especially now that it's got a HD port and it's a lot easier to get a hold of.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much the answer.
Yeah.
Cool. He also
Play
asks
'em all.
if any of us have a favorite Pokemon gym leader.
Yes.
Surge.
So
Don't care.
I'm gonna Google his name really quick.
While she's doing that, I don't.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't either.
Volkner, who just had a really awesome design.
Cool.
Or Misty, if I'm gonna go for like nostalgia of the cartoon or the anime or whatever.
Why not Brock? Well,
Because
he never opens his eyes.
Excuse me.
Wow.
Gosh, it's getting out of hand, dude.
You're so professional.
Yeah,
I feel
calm
like we've just run
down.
out of steam or something.
Well,
We have been going for 2 hours and 34
you
minutes.
know what? I
according
do
to
want.
me,
I do
so.
want to pose this one more question from Neo Ace here, who asks us which controller do we like the most.
I really
Or-
like the GameCube controller.
I like that too.
Yeah, I was gonna say that
Controller.
GameCube.
But I think as far as ergonomics go, I think the 360 controller is almost perfect.
Yeah.
Really
As far as ergonomics go,
comfortable.
the Wii controller.
Oh my gosh, the weak.
like there's a reason why they make PS3 controllers shaped like a 360 controller, because it's better.
Yeah, I don't like the PS3 controller all that much.
Yeah, it feels like I'm gonna break it in my fucking hands when I get mad. Like it's made of like hollow chocolate. Like,
Pretty much.
but like I use for like PC and PS3 I use a wired controller that's shaped like a 360 controller, and it feels really good. Like, it's nice. Now I haven't played on the DualShock 4 or the Xbox One controller yet, so like
I'm interested to have a go with the Xbox One controller just to see how different it is. If
Yeah.
it's different at all.
I've heard good things about the DualShock 4, which is nice because I mean Sony, they've had the same fucking controller for fucking ever. It's cool to see them change it up. I like the Dreamcast controller too, which I don't think a lot of people did. And you know what controller
I thought it was okay, like when I was younger, but
I still love the massive fat fucking Xbox controller, the original one.
my fingers couldn't reach the buttons on it.
I had massive. Whoa, who's gone? Kubo's gone. Are you guys still there?
I'm here.
Kubo, what the fuck, man? Anyway, the big fat Xbox controller. I love that thing. Like, even when I had the Xbox controller S, the smaller one that came out with, I still used the massive bastard one because I liked the placement of the black and white buttons on the I guess I can call Kubo back or not.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh my gosh. I'm
Kubo,
back.
you got so far away
I died.
from you got so far away from the
Oh my
mic.
God.
It's just now you're loud. Now you're really
Yeah.
loud. Like something like there's like this interdimensional rifts just happening within your home. You're falling through them.
Pretty
You get
much.
disconnected. Your voice is getting quieter. You're laughing.
And Yokurama hasn't said anything in like 3 minutes.
Oh, sorry,
Dude,
my brother called and I muted the mic.
Blame my internet provider, because basically they have this new clause in their internet that says that, or in their terms of service that says that like if something goes longer than like 2 hours, they are allowed to like throttle you and disconnect you. So yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Guess you're not streaming Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, really. It's to combat like torrenting, honestly, because like torrents can take like a long time or whatever. So it's like they just disconnect the internet
I'll
and
just pause it and start it later. What the fuck?
right. It's dumb.
Real good. Nice job. I just gotta wait a little bit longer for my stolen goods. Like what? What the fuck?
I basically stopped hearing you after you said
Kubo is a
My
giant
favorite-
piece of shit.
yeah, that part, right? When you said that, I was like, what? What does he mean? And like, I never knew, you know? Like,
What
damn
does
it.
it mean?
Well, anyway, any of you have a favorite controller before I end this episode? I know
hate
Epi already answered.
Just kidding.
I think.
Yeah, GameCube.
GameCube.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh man, remember the Wavebird?
Wavebird. I still have my
Oh
Wavebird.
man.
The Nerf PS2 controller. My favorite controller in the world.
This guy.
Like when you throw it at somebody, it only hurts half as bad.
Nice.
That's my 100% serious answer.
All right, everybody.
All right.
Well, that was the Permadeath Podcast, episode 7. Thank you for all of the questions. It's very long. It's the longest episode to date. We would like to thank everybody. Wish them farewell. Have a good day at school, class, work.
Happy birthday. Like, dude,
I
bet you there's somebody that has a birthday right now that's watching us.
Well, everybody has. Yeah, every day is somebody's birthday.
No,
That's kind of an amazing thing when you think about it. Like, there's no way there's a day where it's not someone's birthday. Like somebody right now is having a birthday, and it's either a good birthday or a bad birthday. Like, I don't know. Like,
if you're having a bad birthday, don't worry, it's gonna get better.
we're sorry. Well, next time maybe you should ask us a fucking question. Maybe you'll have a better birthday. I mean, that get your question answered. And tell us it's your birthday in the question so we can sing it to you.
Yeah.
But I mean, like,
we won't sing to you.
If you're listening to this, if you're listening, well, if we don't sing to you on the show, maybe PM me and I'll give you a personal one. I'll sing it to you. I'll film it. But if you're having a bad birthday and you're listening to the show, you only have yourself to blame.
No, the Permadeath Podcast will cheer you up.
Yeah, I mean, like, come on.
Because we care.
Or get you closer to suicide, one of the two.
Oh, God.
Whoa, Kuba just got really dark. I think, Kuba, when you came back from that drop call, like, you came back as, like, when the Tobey Maguire was emo in Spider-Man 3?
Oh, yeah.
That's what you're like now.
Damn it.
Are you dancing right now?
I might be doing the Carlton in my chair right now. You don't know.
Well, I thought he was so far away from the mic before he was dancing. Standing up.
Should we end this?
Yes.
No.
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for listening very much. We love you all. If you want to make us free stuff, go ahead. That's it. See ya.
Peace.